Heather Gillespie gets fired from Grubhub. Marissa secretly recorded Dylan say him and Heather are involved in trying to kill her dad for life insurance or something. Heather gets mad at Xavier for not giving her his new iPhone. Supposedly has a job orientation somewhere. Tried climbing to the top of the world and lost her main Instagram account. Welcome to Feral Friday.
My name is Heather Coco Senza Coco Chanel YSL Mrs. Smith. Where is Dylan? Inmate Y12173. Putting on makeup, ticket stack. Says she's working, never that. Working is just not my jam. Rainbow mom with a master plan. Cadillac CTS, she blew up. Says it's stolen, sold for bucks. Team had to go crazy in her eyes. Calls a gang stalking nationwide. Tesla glare, headlights blink. Come in me, plate stalking is what she thinks. United States of Illinois. Crazy making curated lies. Stealing all of my stuff, spies. Fake eviction notice, surprise. United States of Illinois. Remo mom, cyborg mind, nefarious. The voice is amplified.
Shout out to Alyssa and her mom.
Twins gone fast, text the boss. Sent the pic, that job was lost. Pregnant again in Chicago snow. Tinted Belmont toilet, no. I'm being tech box, can't you see? Held in a tent, conspiracy. Yacht club power extension cord. Hair dryer heat, fuck the law. They stole my kid. She screams online. A newborn in a tent. She's out of her mind. United States of Illinois. Healthcare expert beyond compare. Turkey mini loaf aroma in the air. They won't let me talk to my kids, unfair. United States of Illinois. Butter filters and ear tube mic noise. Look alive, investors hear my voice. Make it make sense, paranoid. Xavier making faces at the cam. Gold pumps on, thinks he's glam. Eyebrows gone, that smile's a shame. Tight pants cutting off, blood to the brain. Dresses like a lady, struts real proud. Thinks it's sweet, made weed legal, what a clown. Doppelganger X, which one's real? Xavier's got a button, what's the deal? What is going on in his head?
Shout out to Dolly Parton.
¿Cómo es en este pinche mundo que una mujer está llorando, gritando, llamando a la pinche policía y nunca vienen? Pero cuando está raining outside, tengo mucho frío, no tengo fucking socks. They stole all my fucking socks. They stole all my fucking socks. Arrested, screaming, losing her shit. Don't take my mom, bracelets legit. Botox attack, half her face. They broke in and injected me case. Pooping in her toilet again. Files police, reports to the end. Feed a lot of kids named scrambled tight. None of them is shit, she's not too bright. Says they remotely make her piss in her car, excuse me, miss. United States of Illinois. I wanna file charges on everybody. Where are my sponsors? Somebody. The United States of Illinois. Pancakes and duster. It's a turn up.
Hello, you guys. How are you doing today? Yeah, there's a lot to cover. I cut out all the dead air. No dead air. No dead air. Who made the intro? So DJ Alien Hippie made the song, and then I put the clips to the song and sunk her voice up with the things in the song because it's based off of Heather, real life events, things that actually happened in her crazy life. So the first thing, I mean, if we go in chronological order, I think technically the first thing, maybe it's the second thing, but we'll just get it out of the way right now. The Marissa live stream with Dylan, where she's like interrogating him. We're gonna start about 10 minutes in when she goes off about Dylan trying to kill her dad, apparently, supposedly, for life insurance, and then he's like, yeah, Heather's involved. I don't know about the life insurance thing specifically, but it was just weird. Heather was mentioned, so if you haven't seen this, this is that. That's not, what the fuck? Where did that even come from? I thought I closed that. This button's a button.
Did your aunt die?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
He doesn't know if his aunt's dead.
It doesn't look like it. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like she she fell off a roof. Is she dead?
So where'd you get this money from to buy this condo?
Insurance.
Insurance? Insurance of what? Insurance under my name? Under my name? For what, cars?
Life insurance and cars. And
Life insurance?
renters insurance. A lot of stuff.
Life insurance what? What are you planning to do, kill my father?
No, there's no. I can't put captions on. Maybe I could put captions on this one.
Hello, bro, I'm talking.
Hold up.
You are?
I'm not playing.
What even is your name?
Marissa forgot his name. Nah, I think she's like, he's fucked. So he doesn't even know his name.
What even is your name? And yeah, what? To kill my dad?
Yeah, maybe he's just super high.
I'm not killing.
You're not killing anyone? Duh, because you're caught before you could do it.
It's all very strange. This whole stream is very strange. This is Marissa's stream. Shout out to Local Coco for grabbing it. I only caught like the last 18 minutes of it, but it was 30 minutes. If you guys want to listen to the whole thing, you should go check out her channel. She's linked in the description.
Okay, and who knows?
Right? Yeah, this is weird.
Can you speak up? I cannot hear you.
I mean, there's a lot of people know something.
Who knows? Besides you and Jordan, because obviously Jordan's a part of this.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Yeah, because
Jordan, Justin, Ellie knows. Neil.
These are the lurkers, you guys.
Like these people are all these people who you've been, Holly. These people who have been around since like.
I'm not around them. I've only been around them because I was with you. That's it.
They've been around. These people, a lot of these people have been around since before I went to prison and before you were old enough to get in the club.
Thank you for the gold coin.
Okay, yeah. They've been around, but that has nothing to do with me. Like, when I first met you, I was young as hell. And even when you came home, I was young as hell. Do your parents know?
Yeah.
It's true. These are the lurkers, I think. According to Heather. I can't skip in the
So
trend.
what was your plan here? What you were gonna the energy shit too? Keep
Energy, there's all the insurance stuff that's in your email.
But what insurance? Like, it's not really the stuff I'm finding today.
I mean, yeah, that's the stuff you found today.
So that's why stuff is just randomly appearing in my phone.
Yeah.
How long have you been in my phone?
Years.
That's weird.
Can you sit down? Because you make me nervous.
Just Dylan and Marissa fighting.
So how much longer were you gonna just let this go? And like, do you have no empathy? Do you have like you? Do you have feelings? I don't really get it.
Like, why can't we see him?
You have feelings? But you just told me you were planning on killing my dad for life insurance money, and you're buying houses. You took 10 cars out in my name, and you just bought a house on fraudulent money you put on me. And then you were gonna set me up. This is like life in prison.
Yeah, but you could still get him. You put it behind.
What you were
behind
gonna?
other people.
What today was gonna be the day? Because you started dropping a whole lot of stuff back into my phone.
You know what I mean? Dylan's strung out as fuck anyways, it sounds like. It just makes me think Dylan's not there, man.
Hello.
But I'm crazy.
Today was gonna be the day, or what? Can you put your phone down? Dylan.
Yeah.
Heather's a part of this?
There. So that's where Heather's mentioned.
What do you mean, of course, Heather's a part of it?
This happened since the whole show, the whole TV show was a part of it.
What do you mean they were a part of it?
See, and at this point, I think Dylan's just as crazy as Heather. Like, Heather just blames Dylan for everything, and now Dylan is blaming Heather for shit that I don't think. Why would you want Heather for your schemes? It makes no sense. She's a terrible team player. She's not a team player. She's an idiot. So, and she would be spilling beans about stuff. I don't know. I don't think it's happening. But, so that's what Dylan said, though. And then, what timestamp are we at? I want to skip ahead. I'm gonna have to go through the transcript. We'll see what they say here.
Well, I mean, I started talking to these people while I was in jail. I didn't reach out to these. You can't just, TV producers don't just find you in jail. All right, you're in fucking jail. Okay.
So you...
Heather is,
Heather has what?
I don't know if you remember, Heather was introduced to me by Tiny.
Yeah, at court or something.
I was in jail. Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean to us? What does it mean something to Marissa? I don't know who Tiny is. Do you guys know who Tiny is?
At court.
Yeah.
Court.
Yeah, I'm all... So what is it? What does that mean? I don't understand.
It means that a lot of the people that that you met people that you kind of met with, they're all
Oh, I don't care. Have I ever liked any of them? Can you name one single person that I've liked?
no.
Like, that has anything to do. I wish she would have just let him cook, because why would that matter if you liked anyone, Marissa? Here, I want to go to one other thing before we move on from this, but if you want to listen to the whole thing, it's on Local Coco's page.
Hey,
But
listen.
it's,
Wow, like a disco
$8.
ball.
At Kylie Mikey super chatted $3.48. Happy Feral Friday GLAs.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you for the 5. Happy Feral Friday. Here, let me, well, that's the wrong window. House, not house. Oh, yeah, house. Are you even on house arrest for real?
Are you even on house arrest for real?
I mean, I couldn't,
Thinks that I couldn't talk?
I don't really have a good answer for that.
You don't have a good answer for what?
Am I on house arrest for real? Well, not every court date that I've been to seemed real, but
What do you mean it didn't seem real?
The people that were attending the what I was watching transpire, the way, the order in which they had me
It sounds just like Heather, dude.
appear in court or not appear, or the amount of time that it took for them to allegedly call my case, and what it seems like is they're just like with the estate lawyer, just like with the cars or the house, there's always something that leaves it open to, you know, was I here then or now? This day or that day? And I don't know.
You don't know what?
Am I house arrest for real? Am I, I'm not really on house arrest for real.
Huh?
I'm not really on house arrest for real.
I'm not really on house arrest for real, which makes like this picture hard to understand. Why is Dylan have an ankle monitor if he's not on actual house arrest? And why is there also the tags on the jeans? Like he's been stealing this jeans with an ankle monitor on for fake house arrest. What is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like what is actually happening? I don't know. Do you guys know? Fucking, this is his weird ass Instagram. This is the video from it here. Hold on. We'll take a little look here. I think this is music, but he's like, yeah, I'm all geeked out fucking with my stolen pants and my fake fake ankle monitor. What do you mean you're not on house arrest, Dylan? You look on house arrest here, buddy. I don't know. It's weird. Dylan's a weird guy. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. We can move on now to Heather. So that like I said, go check out local coach channel if you want to check out the whole thing there. I hate where's my thing? Let's get feral. There it is. And can I border this? Hey, look how fancy that looks. All right. Let's I lost it already. There it is. This was the first live. I think this was Friday night after Feral Friday for us was done last week. She came on in the middle of the night. I think at like midnight or something. I might be wrong. I don't know. It was after us.
Hi, you guys. I just wanted to give a brief update. I just want to make sure that everyone who is concerned understands that I'm all right. Xavier is all right. There have been some concerning
I was worried about Xavier, yeah.
evenings. It's been 8 days.
Oh, I was gonna put that in the intro too. I was like, Xavier gets a microwave and a blender. That's big news. That's big news for Xavier. Ah, damn it, I forgot.
Since we left our previous apartment, and that has been difficult to say the least. There have been some very strange occurrences. However, I do feel hopeful for solutions and for progress. I am very interested day by day to understand the demographics, understanding of various topics. I feel as
I thought you hated the demographic. What demographic? Understanding of the nonsense that you tell us?
Without understanding exactly, and without any direct communication in writing or very little direct verbal communication or direction.
Oh, I think this is actually where she says she got fired from Grubhub. I could be wrong. We have that too. Sheriff Nodding Off posted a thingy.
Whatever. Okay. Let's fucking turn up. Let's turn up, bro.
At Christina Peterson 6 super chatted $4.98. Let's get the super chats going. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, thank you, Christine. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 7.
I have been able to make do and continue to inch forward and make progress. We've been in conversations about a number of things, consulting work with regards to my experience in electronic medical records and the implementation of those records and the overall effect and impact of the digital footprint.
Don't talk like that in the interview. You're not going to get the job. Cindy Lou, thank you for being a member for 21 months.
Which is a combination of all of the digital records stored on a person, from formal records such as policing, court, or school, and medical to...
Dude, people came in to get their diabetes medication or something, and you put it in a computer, and you're extrapolating it to this really fancy sounding shit. It's not that complicated. It's not that deep, bro.
More informal records such as social media, emails, and things of that nature. The voice of the digital footprint is a multifaceted understanding. You have so many different inputs.
I didn't even know the digital footprint had a voice. I've never heard of footprints having voices.
You have the perspective, which is limited, of a physician. What does your doctor really know about you and your life? That varies from person to person. You have the perspective and opinions or perception of people who have interacted with you in various forms and settings over the years. And then you have your own voice, and you have your voice in many different contexts and references. You have your voice where you verbally are permitted to communicate of your own opinions. You have your voice in the presence of...
I don't think I listened to this yet. Did we cover this? I don't remember covering this. This is all gobbledygook.
A mixed demographic, which means that you may need to intelligently withhold or remain bipartisan or not speak as truthfully as you actually believe for the purpose of creating and supporting non-predatory environments.
Imagine just being a local around here and you just like pass her car and just like, look, she's sitting there with her hazards on again, talking to herself, and there's just teeth emojis. Like, what is that lady doing? What is that all about? She's always just like stopped in random places. We drive by her and see her doing that every day. It's Salem's World. Thanks for giving 20 memberships. I appreciate you.
And then you have your voice in writing, and then you have your voice in photography sometimes.
Like the broccoli lady when I was growing up. There's just a crazy... If you've been here, you probably know about the broccoli lady. But there was this lady on my street when I was growing up, and she would just yell broccoli at the top of her lungs. So my mom was like, you stay away from that crazy lady at the end of the street. She boarded up her windows and shit. And she would chase kids around on Halloween with like a knife.
There's a video of you. It can be understood in many different ways. So the digital footprint is a combination of everything that's been saved, created, and put together in a format that tells us who we are and who each other are.
I don't think so. She's never deleted an account before, but she's been deleting a lot of stuff because of court. And you know how she was saying she had the orientation? Snarky was saying that she could have taken the whole Instagram page down so it wouldn't fuck up the orientation, and or she could even use it to victimize herself, but she just like took it down herself. I don't know. But let's see if it's up. I didn't check. But no, it's not available. It's gone. It's still gone.
Who are you on LinkedIn?
Because, and this is why I think this, might be the case is because she didn't tell us how the orientation went, and then like she went dark, and you'd think she would be coming on to complain. She still has her HLG Forever account that she streamed on the other day, and she can go live on YouTube. She really wanted to, so I don't know why she isn't. She normally she would be screaming about it, right?
Probably not the same you on Instagram. Maybe not even the same you on Facebook.
Let me see what these pieces of shit are saying.
Ooh, Xavier.
Fucking pieces of shit.
Feeling better now that you destroyed nighttime? Should I just stand here like this? Would that make you feel better?
Save that shit for Dr. Gable, you fucking bitches.
At Jessica Friendroger super chatted $2. Playing live tonight, it's Heather and the Hazards Tears of Joy.
That's right, Heather and the Hazards, baby. Thank you for the 2.
While your actual human body remains the same, we post different things across different platforms. And that's the same with the digital footprint contribution from pharmaceutical records, insurance interviews, doctor's office notes, and other forms of communication. So with that said, I am attempting to put together, as I've been for several years now, a more lighthearted sort of, let's say, media that offers a lighthearted comedic understanding of many of the issues.
Maybe I did hear this. I don't know. I mean, she says this a lot, but the Coco Show or whatever, the thing that never gets off the ground, like the novel and the coffee table book. I'm sad that she actually gave up on the coffee table book, but she still has all this other nonsense kicking in her head. We need the coffee table book.
That we have lived with and continue to live with as we progress through them. And that is what the Coco Show has always been about. It's about who we are when we are born with our birth names, and as we age and go through school with various influence and the lack thereof, who we evolve into, and in different environments, who we are expected to be, and the overall impact on all of that. So it's an exciting project.
That's a weird way to say that. Your their birth name. Heather's never changed her name, right? Heather's always like kept her original last name. When she got married the one time, or is that someone else's last name?
Been working on for quite some time. Additionally, I'm very hopeful for additional opportunities within the consulting sector. I have a lot of experience to offer, and I do believe that I could be of assistance in many different ways. For now, we are focusing on, or I am focusing on what I'm currently doing and getting through each day in the best way possible, handling stress as effectively as possible, etc. and so forth. Xavier has not been, with the exception of one day, able to ride along with me in my day-to-day work.
I'm sure he was able to, he just doesn't want to.
Meeting in the evening hours, and there have been...
He's probably like, fuck dude, that car's the worst part of my day, and now it's gonna be like all day, every day, I can't do it. And then you're just gonna kick him out onto the street at night anyways, sleep beside the car. So like, he might as well just stay on the street all day, why not? He can listen to music on the street, he can push his shopping cart around, I don't know what else he does. Fentanyl.
Concerns. However, he and I are fully dedicated to our goals as they've previously been stated and mentioned with regards to our family structure. And with the information that I currently have, I can't really say more than that. So I appreciate the following. If you guys have been here for a very long time, or if you're brand new, thank you. And I just ask that, and I know this is not a general internet law, but just for my own self-imposed belief systems and to keep the environment productive in the direction for which we have goals, which is non-predatory, only non-predatory, please try to keep it civil, and productive. in the comments, in your sharing of my videos or my content, in your questions, in whatever frame of reference you choose to interact with my identity, my page, the characters that I present and portray in the artwork that I've created in the past and will create in the future. And I hope you all have a great night, and I will check back in later.
Maybe she didn't. Did she mention Grubhub? I thought for sure that was the one where she mentioned Grubhub. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
I got into a conversation with someone with regards to the instant cash out option.
Yeah, this one. What happened with this one? I didn't get a cop. She didn't keep this one up. And then this was the day when the plumber kept fucking calling me and disrupting my recording. So shout out to Loco Coco. If she didn't grab this, I wouldn't have this. I would only have like my snipey version.
Direct deposit option. And I got forced back into discussing the fraud that had been conducted in my bank account. And I had to cancel my debit card again, which is such a pain in the ass. And now I cannot gain access to my funding until a very specific time and day. And by funding, I mean the money that I work 7 days a week to create for myself. Additionally, I have a need to immediately and urgently access other applications. It has been reported to me on the line and off.
She doesn't have her makeup on yet. I cut out a lot of her. She was being really annoying, actually. She would be like, blah, 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 and then, like, stop for 10 seconds to just do makeup, and then be like, and then continue. So I cut all that out.
A number of individuals.
Unless she's making a crazy face, I might keep that in, but most of it's done.
Have been calling third-party hubs, using my name. Thursday or Wednesday of last week, they called Wrigleyville police and told them that I was staging a bomb threat and that I was driving around Wrigley with guns and bombs. So I got pulled over, surrounded by 8 or 9 squad cars.
I mean, like, we all know about this.
Overwhelmed my nervous system. What else is new? If that hasn't been going on, I've been subjected to numerous, and I mean unlimited amounts of questionings specific to mostly predatory sexual experiences in which I have been raped or assaulted. I don't have any downtime.
The Coco Show.
I was harassed and stalked out of the gym. So I have...
That's literally what the Coco Show was when she did it. It was that, whatever the fuck she was just saying about that.
Not been able to even
use
a gym membership since February. I weigh about 123 pounds. I'm 5'9", and I'm incredibly frustrated. I'm not being permitted to work on my novel. I'm not being permitted to publish my book. All of my...
Anyone can... Wait, what do you mean you're not permitted to? You can self-publish, right? I think people do that all the time.
Life experience is being used and exploited by third-party individuals who are presenting to the world that they are me for, and only for the purpose, as I'm aware of, receiving payment or other incentive for the suffering that I've endured.
She thinks people is pretending to be her to get paid for the suffering she's endured? That doesn't make any sense. Sounds insane to me. It sounds like fucking James Soroka shit.
I have not been paid a single dollar for being used as a mole without my permission, knowledge, or consent since...
So how do we know that you were a mole? I didn't even know I was a mole. I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I think I was a mole.
Approximately the age of 14. And I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated. Xavier, in the last 9 days, has been so all over the place. He always, prior to 9 days ago, rode in the vehicle with me and supported me through my delivery.
By all over the place, she means everywhere but in the back seat. I was going to say sitting beside me, but she doesn't let that happen.
I haven't felt like he's been himself or under his own control in months. It feels like there is like an evil, jealous bitch in his body, speaking to me with crudeness, disrespect, contempt, you name it. And last night, mind you, I'm sleeping in my car if I'm able to sleep. Like, these people have been awful. It's been 9 days since I was displaced from 1055 North Granville.
They walk by, they see Xavier sleeping on the street. They start playing the bongos with him at 3 in the morning. You know, just shit like that. Is that what's waking you up?
And after they promised room and board, they provided nothing. And this is my car. And they keep on jumping on the line going, oh, well, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. When she parks, do this. Like, they're gross individuals. I don't understand how anyone could come up with these plans and how my protection team could just intermittently tap in and out. I'm tired, you guys, for real. I miss my children. I miss my ex-husbands being normal with me and communicating with me.
I bet you they miss you being normal at some point. You had to have been normal at one point, or at least masked your insanity enough to have a kid with you. But I bet you they miss that too.
Parenting with me effectively. I miss my mom, my sister, my brother, my stepfather, my regular father, my children the most, more than anything. I'm very...
But not more than Dylan Smith, inmate Y12173.
Concerned with the entire situation that has been taking place with regards to my baby, the 2.5-year-old, my son, and even more so with the allegations and threats that if I create any further documentation listing the details of the unlawful behaviors that have been done unto me, that I will be criminally punished. Where am I supposed to keep this information?
In your head. Maybe tell Xavier, or just have a diary or something. I don't know. I don't want to give Heather any ideas, but you could do all these streams on private if it's like a storage issue. You don't need to make these public. She wants it to be public. She wants them to be.
How am I supposed to protect myself and my family?
Not by doing this.
I did another round of calls to Child Protected Service lawyers for my 2-year-old son this morning.
Yeah, they're like, she has like 5 Instagram accounts though. She has the ads. I can't remember what the name of the ad is. What's new to me is old to you. Yeah, what's new to you is old to me. Some wacky one. And then she's got the original one, the one Heather GEE that she says she doesn't have access to, but she posts there sometimes, so she does have access. She has her HLG Forever account. She has her Merciful Storm account. Oh, Good Trouble Chicago. That's what it was. It's called Good Trouble Chicago. I don't know why I forgot that. She used to post on Good Trouble Chicago all the time. She'll probably go back to that one or the HLG Forever one, because she did a stream on HLG Forever, but she deleted it after having it up for like 3 days. I think it's in this batch. I've been covering Heather a lot, so my brain's kind of scrambled, but I think it was this week she did that.
Made no progress. I did another round
after she got fired from Grubhub, I think.
Of calls for other interventional assistance with regards to that situation, as well as the situation stemming from the extortion with David Shepard in 2016, the detective. I've gotten nowhere at all.
Local Coco.
And Xavier has been really, really unsupportive lately. I don't need that at all. Also, someone has hacked into my phone again and changed.
She was stealing food, and her car isn't very sanitary, and she was allegedly leaking customers' information. I didn't see that with my eyes, but I'm not always looking at Heather. I'm looking at chat. Usually I'm just listening to Heather. So, I mean, They did an investigation. They like, when Heather mentions it, I have a post from the sheriff of Nottingham from like the email that was sent to them.
My iCloud password of my primary phone, so I cannot download any work-related applications.
Ooh, and she gets into, I don't know if she was really fired from Spin, but the altercation that either made her leave Spin or she got fired. It sounded like a Gina with the lesbian haircut situation, kind of like her regional manager told her she needed to calm her shit down, and Heather was like, "Oh my goodness, what are you talking about?" And then I think she left, and that's when she started doing Grubhub and Uber and crap.
Any applications at all. I cannot make any money if I don't have access to my iCloud. Not only that, but I started calling around places for refurbished phones so that I could trade in these two phones, an iPhone 13 Pro that they've locked
The stolen phones
remotely, and an iPhone 13 that they've also locked remotely. And they're talking to me like if I'm crazy. Well, we don't know how to do that. What the fuck do you mean you don't know how to do that? Your business advertises that you do trade-ins and refurbishings.
What business are we calling? Are we calling like GameStop? Yeah, we do trade-ins, but game consoles. What are you talking about a phone for? You don't. That's not what we do. What are you talking about, Heather Gillespie? They would know if it's a service that they offer.
That you buy old cell phones.
They just don't take stolen phones.
That you give either cash money or a trade-in on the value of a new phone. Now they've rendered me helpless, stuck in my car like a fucking idiot for the next how many days until they're able to transfer.
Why doesn't she take it to a pawn shop? She could take it to a pawn shop, but then she'll have to give ID and her like legal name and stuff, and then they'll look up the IMEI number and see if it's stolen, and then they would lead it right to Heather Gillespie, and that's why she's not doing that, probably. I mean, maybe she could do it under Xavier's ID, but apparently Xavier's ID is not on the books, and he won't get in the car anyway, so that's probably not an option.
$100 paycheck from the last 4 days that I have instant cash out available for. I work every day. There is no extra Heather. I make deliveries sometimes.
You said that there was a bunch of you. Damn it, I should have got that clip prepped. There's no other Heather. She was like, there's a skinny me, there's a fat me, there's an evil me.
12 to 13 hours a day to be okay. Just to be okay. No, I'm not a drug dealer. No, I'm not a sex worker. No, I'm not a pimp. No, I'm not any of those things. I'm a mom.
I'm a lady with one eyebrow right now.
With 10 years experience of healthcare administration.
Hey, listen.
I was born dead, bitch. Literally. I was born having already had a bowel movement in my mother's amniotic fucking sac. And I swallowed, took a deep breath of amniotic fluid and shit. And somehow, here the fuck I am 36 years later. Bitch, I cannot die. I was born dead. Born dead. There is no killing me.
At Electra_Stakehill super chatted $1.99. Tie for Feral Fridays. Highlight of my week: beating heart hands, medium light skin tone.
No, thanks, Electra. Thank you for the 2.
Ives deliveries full time. Until 8 days ago, I lived in my own apartment with my husband, Xavier, that I handled all of the bills for.
Isn't that her husband?
Over $23,000, and for one single room, $20,000 to $23,000, plus $1,200 a month for my.
I don't know where she's getting the number from. Based off of how long she was in the apartment for and how much the rent was, it was $1,000 rent. She was there for. Well, she paid for 12 months. They tried to evict her on she's like, I've only been here a year. I have a 2-year lease, so I'm not leaving. So she got some months for free, but that's like $12,000. That's not $23,000. What are you talking about?
For payment and insurance. Now they've got Xavier wandering around the streets, dirty as fuck, in some gross crocheted cream-colored Zara shorts with 2 to 3 inches of his butt crack showing, a crop top that says Loretta Lynn on it, some country singer, and he's...
But Xavier's the jealous one, right?
Not brushing his hair. They're not letting him brush his teeth. They're not letting him change into something acceptable.
Acceptable. What would be acceptable? A shirt with Heather Gillespie's face on it. Then everyone will know that fucking Xavier's hers. Like, damn this country singer.
If you want caffeine, not cocaine.
At Jared_based super chatted $2. Steve, she is also one of the she mentions.
Yeah, she is? I know. She's our worst enemy. Thank you for the 2, Jared.
They keep on making him very antagonistic with me and disrespectful. Last night when I finally found the space that he was waiting in, not because he was communicating with me over the phone, because that'd be too fucking simple.
And he doesn't want you to know where his buddies are at. He's got this like secret little cubby, this little hiding hole, and Heather found it. You put like a tracker on him or something? You put a tracker on the microwave or the blender?
All he has to do is get into the goddamn car so that we could go driving around waiting for orders.
At Ryan Ambrosaq super chatted $9.99. I almost forgot it's Friday and I have a date with Ashley. Come on, sweetheart, spin me a good 1XX000XX victory hand medium skin tone light blue heart falafel sparkling heart.
Oh, they're falafels. I was like, what are those things? So there's Timbits? Thank you, Ryan, for the time.
He doesn't want to break up. He doesn't want to separate. He wants us to get our child...
Maybe he's scared that you'll kill him or something if you separate. So he's just trying to, like, distance himself, make himself the least attractive to you as possible, and just not die.
Yes, we love MILFs. Who doesn't love a good MILF?
At Patty Cat Bebop super chatted $2.08. Suns, out, Xavier's cracks out.
Yep, that's right. Thank you, Patty, for the 3.
Our house and move away from here, right? Sounds like a familiar rhetoric, doesn't it?
His
Just
ass
hold on,
and drugs.
babe. I'll be home soon. You'll never have to do any of that again. I'm gonna take care of you for the rest of your life, Heather.
Wait, Xavier said that or the voices?
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I comply.
That must have been Xavier.
And I do everything they ask, you know? And then I finally meet up with Xavier yesterday after working a, I believe, 12-hour shift and driving grub.
Oh my goodness, is this gonna be... No, it's not Heather Gillespie live.
And I find him standing in the parking lot of Ulta in Boys Town.
Do you guys remember when I first started creating content before I had any live wires running through my fucking anatomy? Remember that? Who remembers me when I was a regular girl? That guy just raised his hand. He remembers. He looks like Rizzo.
At Kylie Mikey super chatted $3.48.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you for the 5.
And he's like, just so checked out of life. Like he's just walking. He's like on autopilot of like a dirty, weird, homeless person.
You guys are homeless people, and he is dirty and weird. So, like, that's kind of his life now. Because you didn't want to look for a new apartment. In the 4 months you had to go find a new apartment, and you had a bunch of money, and you spent it on Botox and a whole bunch of other stupid stuff.
I only burn matches when you take a giant number 2, and it smells in our very small environment.
How about when you take the number 2?
I do the same thing. Go on. But my number 2s don't smell because I eat only clean foods.
Burn matches
and I drink 3 to 5 bottles of water each day. Go on.
At Theham super chatted $4.99. She paid rent a max of 7 months. She had 3 free months from Beds Plus and stopped paying in November.
I didn't even know she had the first 3 months free. Is that some kind of homeless crazy lady compensation thing? Because that makes sense. That, like, it definitely wasn't $23,000. Heather is, I don't know. It's Heather math. She can't do math very well.
He's like waddling like this. His inner thighs
But thank you, Jax, for the 5.
are all chafed. He's walking like 1 to 2 inches at a time, complaining of this rash, going into every restaurant, asking them to give him food. But
I didn't catch that the first time. He was complaining of a rash? Where's this rash? Oh no.
He won't come with me in the car so that I could buy us some food. He won't act normal for whatever reason, because God forbid I deserve.
Like, to be fair, he hasn't been normal for a very long time. Xavier's the weirdest guy I've ever seen. Never have I seen Xavier normal.
A significant other, a husband, and a support system that actually acts in a way that's, you know, desirable for a woman. Why on earth would I want that? Then they're fucking telling people that I'm androgynous. There's nothing androgynous about me. I want to be a woman because I'm a woman and I like to be feminine. Xavier. I'm not a fucking androgynous. I'm a woman. Then they're following me around with these fucking Jeeps again. I don't play that shit. Stop following me. Go away. Get the fuck away from me with your Jeeps, with your little duckies all lined up, and your threats that you're capturing sitting ducks.
I gotta make that whatchamacallit.
Get the fuck.
Okay. Here is. I think this is it. This is Mama Bear's video, so there's probably commentary over it. But this is what I just want to give you an example of what Xavier was like. He was never normal. This.
Okay, so you.
Hold up. I don't know why this is being like that. This is Xavier. This is a normal Xavier, okay? Let's, I don't know why it's taking so long. Why is it doing that?
And this exercise is called Peace in Chaos.
Wow.
Right? So when we don't have all of the answers,
About how it had just become legal in Colorado. So.
In Colorado, is she, yeah, they're high.
I gotta find the original video, but basically he says that weed became legal in either, I guess, Colorado or Illinois because he wrote a letter to Joe Biden or Hunter Biden, and then they did it on the day of his birthday. So he's like, they must have known, or that's their way of telling me that I was involved in the legalization of marijuana. So that's Xavier from the past. He's not a normal guy. He's a weird fucking guy. But yeah, anyways, that's what that was about.
away from me. I don't know. I already asked multiple times and they said supposedly it was like a show of good faith or some bullshit like that. No, dude, it wasn't. It was some manipulative bullshit because you have the real Xavier, the one I had a baby with, having sex with random fucking women and exploiting them in exchange for my car, my apartment, my fucking perks, because you are all scumbag pieces of shit. And I don't want to fucking play your game. And I don't want to play any of these women. I don't want to exist here. I don't like...
I didn't know that Heather was playing women. I thought you were just living her life.
You people. You're awful. Terrifying individuals. You exploit all sorts of people who are good people. You change my voice. Yeah, they tell these young girls and dumb girls, oh yeah, if you suck my dick, I'll give you Heather's apartment. This is a true story. That is why.
So when I first heard the Dylan Marissa fight about an apartment with Jordan or something, I was like, is that what Dylan did? Is that what Dylan said to Jordan and gave Heather the apartment? She's talking about her Heather apartment, the one that she got evicted from.
I don't have access to my apartment right now. This individual is exploiting other people's stability, incentivizing young women to...
The voices told her this one.
...turn sexualized so that they can exploit them for profit. And also, subsequently send a message to the rest of society that if you're not a dick-sucking whore, you can't achieve anything in life. And I have to disagree with that message entirely.
Well, you stayed at that apartment for like 4 months, so where this person was just on the streets then? She must have been sucking a lot of dick, because like she just fucking, you were there forever, dude.
This Glossier Puff. I just hate these individuals because it's like they are actively pretty much standard working to cause me trauma. And if I ever appear like I'm okay, they take it as an excuse or a reason to be like, well, fuck Heather. She's okay for 35 seconds. Let's go ahead and give everyone else what they want while Heather is slowly worked, or actually pretty quickly, worked back into a traumatized space of mind. Oh, wow. And then it's back to my technology and environmental protections are disappeared again.
How many people do you think told her to go get a new apartment and stuff? I'm sure her kids must have mentioned it, and she was just like, it's a fake eviction. They're not going to evict me. Well, they're not taking your money anymore. I wonder why that is. Oh, it's all fake. The courts are fake. Everything's fake. And she got evicted, so I don't know. I don't really have sympathy for her. It sucks, Heather. You're homeless again, but, like, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything to fix it. Jax, thank you for the poutine.
And they're back to the harassment on my social media comments, which I've been promised by
That's always been there. It's not like that stopped anytime.
all of the government protection teams and fucking lying and scumbag individuals who are supposed to be
I wonder what she was gonna say. She stopped herself.
protecting the internet as a safe space, v-law, virtual law. This is 6 years old, this problem. And we have already come up with so many solutions. And then they just, every single time I'm a little bit okay, they break me down again, you know? That's their fucking job, I guess. To make sure that I can't smile for longer than 35 fucking seconds a day. And that every moment I spend smiling is balanced with hours of fucking tears or pain. I have been sleeping in my car for another 9 days. After they promised that I would never be without a safe place again, following everything they've already done to me. They said no more tents. They said Chicago doesn't even allow that anymore. Ugh.
The voices. And that's also why, like, I don't know. She's like, I cry more than I'm happy. It's because you're just sitting there thinking thoughts. You don't even read the chat. She gets mad when she reads the chat.
I don't even know. I don't know how to even, they left me pregnant for 7 months on cement in a tent. We already resolved everything and they promised that it would never be an issue again. Now I need to find someone, an independent technology person with access to a computer that's not my computer, because apparently, so when I go onto my MacBook in an attempt to do a factory reset on my phone, which I'm 100% for sure aware is possible. Not only have I done it myself about 100 times, but I've also done the same for a computer that had an iCloud lock, a laptop that had an iCloud lock.
Whose iCloud locks were you bypassing in this nefarious way, Heather?
Multiple phones with iCloud locks. It's not that difficult to do. All you need is a USB.
She either got a really bad memory with them remembering passwords, or she's stolen a lot of crap.
Connection to your phone, and then you just follow the instructions as they are clearly articulated and displayed.
Karma's a bitch.
On YouTube. That's right, YouTube, a website that is accessible to anyone in the world. Where is my surveillance team?
I love you, YouTube.
Where is my protection team? Why do you keep on letting them follow me around with Jeeps? Where is Xavier going when he's disappearing during the day? Why are you allowing Xavier, my husband, to be dog walked all over fucking town? Why are you taking over control of his free will and using him for things that we do not morally and ethically align with, while our family continues to endure at the situation with our son, at the situation with this detective extorting me, and everything else that's gone on, and this physical separation that I have from my other 3 children for absolutely no reason?
You think she would have tried to get another apartment and kept Xavier in that playpen just so this wouldn't have happened? I guess she didn't see this coming. I guess she thought that he would have just stayed in the car forever.
I am so over it with you guys. All you do is fucking lie. I need the hype.
You just like listen to you and say, whoa, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Or, no, this is actually how it happened.
Hey, listen.
Bodies, bro. Straight body counts. Not me.
with them. Ooh, are they putting a concert venue on the roof?
At Ryan Ambrosa Q super chatted $4.99, and we thought she was crazy in the tent cell phone zebra victory hand medium skin tone light blue heart.
She was surprisingly like kind of rational in a weird way. Yeah, like she was crazy, but not like this. This is yeah, scary, especially because she's got a big metal thing that she can run over people with. It's not good.
Authority to tap in with a solution.
Thank you for the 5 round.
Or I am going to have to call the play. I haven't seen Dylan since 2021.
No one asked.
I haven't even spoken to him. At all. Not at all. I'm Heather Gillespie. Yes, Dylan and I were engaged to be married. Now I'm in a committed monogamous relationship with Xavier. We've been together for 4 years. If you're new here, catch up.
That was 5.
They've had me, so first they kicked us out of my apartment, and then they started dog walking Xavier into terrifying behaviors. They started making this terrible, gross, disgusting odor of chemicals burning around me when he would supposedly be smoking pot. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not new to life. I know how pot smells. Thank you. That is not the odor of marijuana. What?
I mean, she can't pump gas or find an apartment, but she's not completely new to life, you guys.
The fuck is that odor?
She's smoked other things other than pot, she knows, alright?
And then the very first day that they made us leave my apartment, Xavier already started with the shenanigans. He already started. He started acting crazy. He started acting like a straight up homeless, like dirty, like, do you guys ever walk by certain areas of the city on certain days? It's only on certain days, because every other day the city looks like the fucking city of Atlantis. Like,
Chicago looks like the city of Atlantis?
golden streets and profitable businesses and thriving economies and all this stuff. Then randomly,
Multiple economies.
you come outside and you're like, whoa, should I just go back to bed? What's going on? And it looks like you are walking around some sort of Halloween town or something.
I like Halloween.
Like, I'm not kidding. That's what they started making Xavier do. They had him like,
What do you mean? They made Xavier walk around a Halloween town? I thought it was Chicago was the issue. They're just making Xavier live this way, I guess.
his neck was like this, and he was like sitting with his legs crossed, like going in circles like this at Montrose. And I'm like, Xavier, you have to get your stuff. We have to go. And I'm like, they're closing the park and we have to find a safe space. Mind you, this is the first night that after everything that they've done to me. Ooh.
Done to you? Or Xavier's in this too. I think she said us. After what they've done to us. She's just like, just you. It's just me.
After every fucking thing that they've done to me, this was the first night. And I'm like, you need to put your stuff away. Like, take it to your father's. Put it in his garage, get in the car, and let's go. And he just keeps on making up excuse after excuse after excuse after why he can't get rid of this fucking cart. And it's like a moving cart, you know? It's not like a shopping cart.
No, now it's a shopping cart, though.
I think it can't get any worse. He takes the moving cart to his father's. The bins I bought him to keep his belongings organized and, like, out of the way, they fucking moved them into the garage and left him with nothing but some dirty fucking garbage bags filled with shit. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe it's easier for him to lug around garbage bags than these bins. What kind of bins? Maybe they're not very, like, I don't know, portable.
I drive deliveries and use my car as a business and sleep in here. I exist in here. Why would you think that that would be okay? So I start yelling and screaming at him, and I'm telling him, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, it took us 2 days to walk 7 fucking blocks because you refused to get in the car and let me drive you there. Now you finally got a hold of your father and started moving the shit into the garage.
And you just look more like a homeless person now because you got all these garbages.
And you're gonna leave the clean, organized things and grab some dirty garbage bags? So I have to move everything from my trunk, because my stuff is all very clean. I had to move all my luggage.
I mean, not according to you the other day. You're like, super dirty, there's hair in my wheels, blah, 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 blah.
My bin, put it in the back, fill up the trunk with his stuff, and then take my sofas that were tied up to the top of my roof to the suburbs so that my family can hold them for me until I move into my next place. And he was talking totally normal. We're talking about his art business. We're talking about like the development and the next steps of like what we're gonna do. And then they start telling me that basically, hold on one second, everything is, you know, gonna be fine. We just have to get through these next few days, and by Monday there's gonna
Yes, we love MILFs. Who doesn't love a good MILF?
At Hardworking Diver super chatted $4.99. We need to figure out how to get Heather to Louisiana so she can pick up James so they can both head to Florida and corner the Grubhub market. Palm Tree Sun Bikini Beach with umbrella shorts.
Thank you, Hardworking Diva, for the 5. I mean, I really want... I think I'm just kind of fantasizing it. There was just the one time Heather was like, maybe we go to Florida, but she never brought it up again. But when she was climbing the world, she was fondling Florida. And I was like, oh, maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a clue that she's going to go there. Anyways, yeah, they need to meet up there. And they would make an unstoppable force. It might be scary, actually. I don't know.
solution, and I'll have my new place to live by Monday, and now it's Monday.
And that's why it says in the thumbnail, Florida Dreamin'.
It's Monday at 4:40 p.m. and no one has presented me with a new place to live, and I've been subjected to...
You're supposed to like, hey, Heather, come here. Look at this. That's a new place for you to live. What the fuck are you talking about?
More of the exact same abuse that they've already been doing, and Xavier is sitting next to this location of the city that he says, oh, well, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to move to another location. And I said, Xavier, I don't have the gas money to be driving around looking for you today. If you'd like to separate it, meaning you don't want to be together anymore, we can do that. No, I love you. It's all a ploy to get me to drive around running routes and looking for Xavier every single night. And then I'm trying to find a location to unlock this phone for me. As I said, I know I have the technological experience to be able to unlock this phone. I cannot afford...
Then do it, dude. Do it.
...to lose one more day of work. I cannot. My car payment is... If I don't pay my car payment in 6 days, I will have a lot of problems. Like, I've been building up my credit for the longest time. Every single time I get it to almost like above a 6, they come fuck with me again. Every single time. And after 6 days from today, it starts to negatively impact my credit score. I don't have time to lose another day of income. I do not have time.
I don't have time for that shit. But yeah, look, she's fondling it. Can we zoom in even more? Look at that. Look at it. I think so.
And then they play out of context versions of my lives that if I don't tell my team what's going on, they fuck me over. And they pretend like I've got the funding, but they steal it. I'm not kidding. Get me the fuck out of here. God damn it.
God damn it.
I would like everyone who has ever raped me in a tent or outside of a tent to die. Oh,
that's fair.
It's a funny joke for them that they follow me around and peeled off the fucking rubber pieces of my windshield wipers so that it would...
Oh, we actually have a picture of that too. Hold on, this is funny. Okay, I thought it was in the same window, but I just gotta come over here real quick.
Xavier and I, moving forward, will only be taking training advice from Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. I need Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. Come on down. Here's the handoff.
At Jared_based super chatted $2. Tent life is night, tent sunrise.
Tent life. Tent life. Thank you, Jared, for the 2. I appreciate you. So this is the oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Let me make it a little smaller. This is the windshield wiper that she's like, ah, whoops. I don't know. I know how to put on my windshield wiper.
Look like I'm an idiot who doesn't know how to change her wipers. Well, guess what? I just got an oil change a week and a half ago on the 8th of July, and they know how to change windshield wipers. They didn't have them for sale at that location. I could easily ask anyone who works at AutoZone if they can fucking change my windshield wipers. So fuck you. Fuck you. Stop.
It's not that big of a deal. I don't know why she's crashing out so hard. I wouldn't even known about the windshield wiper if she didn't bring it up.
Fucking with my car. Leave me alone and go away. And I'm hungry. And I really want a cucumber salad from Silver Spoon Thai with white rice, but I think today I might get something different. Maybe
in the rain.
I don't know. Have you guys ever had Bibibop? Bibibop? It's like Asian inspired, kind of like Chipotle, except that they have, for the toppings, they have chicken, steak, Korean barbecue, tofu, carrots, cucumber, corn, Brussels sprouts, and then a sauce of your choice.
Why is she even doing? Like, do you think that she sends this to? She would never work at Panda Express, but do you think she's like, look, I could take orders for you. I know all the menus though.
I got that 2 days ago. Yesterday I had no food at all, nothing, just a cookie in the morning. And so I'm hungry now, and I'm tired, and I can't wrestle with Xavier anymore, and I'm exhausted of this, and I need my phone to work, and I cannot really handle any more at all, and I am tired.
Wrestling Xavier. Do you think she tries to physically put him in the car, and he just ends up like getting tickled and laughing, like, oh, rolling around? And she's like, get in the car, Xavier! And he's like, no, I like it here.
So, over 279 Ashland Tire and Auto clinics. That's a lot. They don't like to keep me safe. They like to. That's what they do. They're rapists. Are the feds here watching the comments so you guys can move in? 6+ years of this fucking harassment. Is this a corruption trap again? I'm pretty sure they're fucking the top right, and I'm far from the top, so I don't have anything to worry about. But just so everyone knows, I'm pretty sure they're fucking the top right in a corruption trap. Oh, he's probably just drying off. I hate it when people stand close to me, and I feel like there's some sort of expectation. That's why you have to take what? So are you trying to imply that this muscular man standing to the right of where I'm sitting at the gas station, who's now disappeared and not even there anymore, is there because as you're communicating, I won some sort of upgrade from...
Oh, fuck. I forgot about this. Oh, shit. It's upgrade. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about here. What? No one is... What?
Life, and that I'm supposed to permit this gentleman access to drive my car to take me and him away from here? Is that what you're implying? Because no. And that's what they keep on saying on the line, that's what they're offering. They're not fucking offering that. Where is Xavier? What's he gonna do? And even if I say yes to that, then what? Then they're just gonna hide me in some house and rape me some more?
No, I don't even know where this came from.
Oh shit, it's upgrade.
It's upgrade.
I want my own home. if there were someone here that was an upgrade for me or an upgraded version of technological advancement, etc., and so forth, then you would make that clear. You would communicate with me. You would not leave me sitting in a rainstorm underneath a fucking awning in the gas station, applying my makeup, and just stand a person next to me and then
stand a person. Like it's the Truman Show. We're just gonna stand this person in right here and watch Heather go crazy. Team Heather go crazy.
them disappear.
The Truman Show used to be ran by, I don't know, a nicer version of Xavier or something, and now it's ran by me. No, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck she thinks. Like, how does she think this?
Thin air and begin talking your shit. You would communicate and
I don't care if it's the past, the future. He's gonna find a way to get me and get his money.
articulate. They're called hope traps. They put people for absolutely no reason at all into bad situations. I think it's for their entertainment. I'm not quite sure. And then after they've endured, like myself, for over a decade now, various assaults, including but not limited to 2 bludgeonings, one with a tire iron, being jumped and stabbed by 3 women.
You totally provoked that. I'll give her the tire iron one. That was pretty crazy. But don't pick up homeless people and have them sleep with you in your car for 3 days. That won't happen. I'm not trying to victim blame. I'm saying, like, I hope you learned your lesson. Clearly not, because you got Xavier with you. But the stabbing. Fucking, we went over that the other day. It's on BCG's page. It's linked in the description.
Prior to 10 years ago, I'm sorry, that was all in the last 6 years. Prior to 6
I want all the smoke. That's what she said.
years ago, I've never been victimized in a violent way in my entire life, ever. Don't know how to fight. Do not work for the UFC. Am not a black belt in
Oh shit, I thought Heather worked for the UFC this whole time. Yes.
karate. Have never been in a fist fight in my entire life, ever. Not once, ever.
Then why were you starting fist fights?
Have never shot a gun. Have never stabbed with a knife or any other sharp object. Have never bludgeoned. Have never done anything like that, ever. But for some reason, 6 years ago, they decided that they would begin to fuck with me and harm me in that way.
You thought you were like tough shit. I don't know. You were cosplaying as like a gangster because you were with Dylan Smith. You thought it was the coolest thing ever, and then look what happened.
Every single
Bad stuff. A whole bunch of bad stuff ever since.
time the authority comes around and says, you will never have to go through.
No, she was bludgeoned. She was bludgeoned. There's a whole police report. There's multiple witnesses. She went to the hospital. They 5150'd her, basically. They made her stay there, evaluated her, and then she got mad about that. They asked her to identify the person. It was during COVID, so the first time they came out with the laptop, it didn't work, so she got all angry, and then she didn't go back to the police station to identify the person, so then she got angry that she didn't know the outcome of it. It's pretty crazy, but that's why I said I'll give her the bludgeoning. She was bludgeoned.
Again, Heather, I'm so sorry that they put you through that. Like, we have a whole populace of far more qualified individuals to get into situations like that. I mind my own business. I show up for work every single fucking day, and I stay out of everyone's way.
Yeah, she does do the knife thing a lot. So she was threatening people at the gym with a knife. Remember that? She was like... she threatened Xavier's dad with a knife when he was getting out of the shower. She had a knife around her neck when she got arrested under the awning. There's like a story, there's a rumor that she like threatened her stepdad with a knife. I feel like I'm forgetting one knife incident. I can't remember. My brain is telling me there's another one, but that's enough. That's enough of the knives, right? That's enough examples.
Why are you fucking with me? I was alone for the first 2 years after Dylan and I broke up. And it was very difficult for me because I was subjected to the internet slander and the cancel Heather culture that literally made me want to die. They cut off all of my communication with my friends and family. Then they began to attack me on the internet and in person as well. I have already survived all of that. I am not willing to go back to that. Someone needs to fucking step in here. This is too much.
Oh.
How many years?
There was a time that some guy was running up on Xavier. I don't even know why. But this guy really wanted to fight Xavier. So Heather was taking out her knife and she was like, should I stab him? I think I should stab him, you guys. That's the other time. That was the other time.
Been like what for me? Being subjected to sometimes being sexually assaulted, having to respond to numerous lines of interrogatories and other interrogative style questionings, being mostly by myself or in the company of my significant other who only maybe 25% of the time shows up for me in any sort of way. I would say it's been like this now since 2020. And 2020 is also the year that I was separated from my children for absolutely no reason at all that makes any sort of sense at all.
You went crazy. You're doing too much Adderall.
After I went to court in 2018 to 2019 and was named the primary custodial parent of all 3 of my older children by 2 different judges, not 1, but 2. So yeah, none of this.
So she picked up this guy, this random homeless guy on the street, and then they spent like 2 or 3 nights together doing God knows what in her car. She was living out of her car. And then one day he took her tire iron and just started beating her in the head with it in public. And a whole bunch of people saw it and had to like separate them. So they're probably doing a bunch of drugs together, because who does that, right? Like, and thinks that they're going to get away with it too. Like, something was up. They must have been on something.
It makes sense. This has all been incredibly predatory. What is going on? Where are the solutions? And what happened to the authority that says they don't allow people to behave in this way or be predators against other people or sexually exploit people, etc., and so forth?
Well, they said that Xavier did that. I was driving in the car, and then the next day they froze that whole side of my face, and then it went away like 2 weeks.
They said that Xavier Botoxed you in your sleep and froze your face. Is that what you're trying to say?
Later, and they said that it was a line here you could see, and a line here you could see it too. Let's see, hold on.
That's right here, like it.
Here it is. Do you see it? And then I've also had about 1,000 milliliters of Restylane, Rivanesque, Juvederm, and Botox. So I don't work with students or student drivers, as they say. It's already been deemed 100% essential that we only work with North Center A team, period.
North Center A team. Do you guys know what that is? I don't know what the fuck that is.
So I'm not quite sure why they continue to send individuals to become a part of this set of circumstances who appear to have the level of intellect of a grade school child. Do you see what they're doing? Like, I'm not even driving, and they're just saying that I have less and less miles of gas available in my car.
Because you're just idling your car with the AC on. The fuck? Yeah, that's what... Wow, my mamma mia.
You have to fucking intervene. What are you people...
You have to intervene. What do you want, technology that just is like the unlimited energy machine? They haven't invented that yet. I don't think it's possible, to be honest.
Wait, get rid of this fucking team. Fuck.
Perpetual motion. Where are you at?
Do you? Is that what you want from me? Well, you know what I want for you?
We're like a rose. Think you're becoming a good little angel again.
For you to die. You're a rapist. Do you think that I give 2 fucks about fitness anymore? No, I don't. I don't like it. I don't
The voices are like, you should just go back to do fitness, Heather. And she's like, no.
Care about it. I want nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. Yeah, I gave my life to
Xavier?
Supposedly my passion of...
This is I kept this in to show you the shit that I was taking out. So I took out a lot of this fucking pause and crap. But this one I kept in just to show you what she was doing, but for longer. It was like 10 seconds at a time. Jax, thank you for the Timbits.
Creating wellness and healthy lifestyle and blah, 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 blah. And they just keep fucking me over for every idea that I come up with and every brand that I build and every fucking investment that I make. And they leave me with no love, no support, no physical contact. I don't even get a hug from my own husband. I don't get to see my children. They have me here like a fucking leper. And then...
I forget she called herself a leper. I want that for a soundbite too, future Steve. I mean, I can do that at the night on the nighttime of the vacation when I'm bored. I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I just make sound bites. I'm a leper. What? Hold on, I'm just gonna put that one back. Hold up.
Contact. I don't even get a hug from my own husband. I don't get to see my children. They have me here like a fucking leper. And then if I cry or get sad or scared about it, they start in with the questionings about being raped. So there's no in between. You people don't believe in actual love and support for your partner?
Yeah, I don't want leprosy.
Like, what is wrong with you? You are gross individuals. Oh yeah, so anyways, then Xavier's so fucking rude and ignorant to me last night for no reason. And I told you, the real Xavier is a sweetheart and he loves me and he's nice to me.
When I was a kid, I used to think the leprosy was called leopard disease and that Alzheimer's was called old timers disease and leopard disease.
Then they allow this fucking creep asshole. It's like a woman. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like this all the time. Like the most gross, nasty, like I just oozing with hatred and just...
When he was doing the Australian accent, he was doing that a lot. I can't even do it. Kind of like a duck lip. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't mimic it, but it was something. Vito, thank you for the thumbs up.
Terrible. Just terrible. And I pull up after working a 12-hour shift. I'm exhausted. And I'm like, okay, are you ready? Please, can you get rid of this cart and get in the car? Blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, you know, like doing all of this, like, over the top, extra, either gay or like ghetto hood woman, like stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? You know? And then he plays games with me the entire time, meaning like hides in certain little divots and like won't come out of like where he is, and then tells me go this way when it's a one way, so I have to go.
This picture's like Pennywise. He's hiding in sewer grates and shit from her.
All the way around the block and like just basically does any and everything possible to make my life more difficult.
Find him in a garbage can.
But won't let me go. They won't let me go. I drove all the way to the west, like borderline west suburbs, like 3 nights ago, just ready to let go of everything, like just ready to go, you know? And they just reeled me back in. They just reeled me back in. You know, I cannot, I don't.
What other signs do we need to like get away from this place and Xavier? You lost your kid. You got the cops called on you for bomb threat. What else happened? Oh, we were locked out at Grubhub and your bank's done. Like, there's so many signs that are just saying, get the fuck out of Chicago. There's nothing left for you here. You can't park anywhere. Like, I could get out. like Nick Albuquerque said. Your chance, you can start over.
Just have Xavier
in Florida.
Part of the problem now, like, they took my apartment. They claim that they're sexualizing young women by offering them incentive to give them oral sex and saying, if you do this for me, I'll give you Heather's apartment. I'm not kidding. And saying that I wasn't willing to give sex to Xavier's line. What in the fuck does that mean? That without giving sex to the protection line, I have to leave my apartment so someone else can take it because they give...
No, you violated your lease, so they kicked you out. And they don't want your money anymore. There's nothing to do with like fucking sex protection lines. What the fuck? I don't remember this.
Sex to the protection line? What in the fuck is that?
Yeah, what in the fuck is that? I don't know.
Hey,
I must have...
Xavier and I, moving forward, will only be taking training advice from Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. I need Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. Come on down. Here's the handoff.
At Jared_based super chatted $2. Heather, let Chaviana live her best life. High heel dress egg.
Xavier? Azania? Remember that show Xena? Thank you for the 2, Jared.
I need to reset my phone. I cannot reset my iCloud. These other 2 phones are locked. I need to get into them. I have no ability.
Do you guys remember when I first started creating content before I had any live wires running through my fucking anatomy? Remember that? Who remembers me when I was a regular girl? That guy just raised his hand. He remembers. He looks like Rizzo.
At Cindy_Lou_102 super chatted $5. She's so upset about all the shit she does to herself. No one took your apartment. You lost your apartment. She's so out of her gourd. Flushed.
Yeah, thank you, Cindy, for the 5. If I want to be charitable to Heather, I guess that was pretty nefarious of whoever sent those Bibles and HIV testing kits and condoms or whatever else was sent. But Heather should know this far into the game not to like leak her private information, which I'm sure she did, which is how they got that, whoever did that. I'm sure she was doing other stuff too that got her evicted, but if that probably contributed to it, and that's not cool. So I'll give her that too, I guess. But other than that, no, it's all her own fault. Everything is her own fault, other than that one thing.
Do so until...
No, we saw pictures of it. It was, I laughed. I thought it was funny. But, I mean, I never really thought, do you think she sent it to herself? Probably not. Just, be good little angels. You guys are good little angels. That's why I love you.
I don't even know when, unless I find a store that will... Do you know what else?
Yes, the yelling in the halls. Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with someone today when I was calling looking for refurbished phones to do a trade-in for. And this individual told me that all of the new phones come standard with ChatGPT, AI assistance, all sorts of stuff.
Vito, thank you for the laughing disco ball. I don't like that. The new phones come with ChatGPT on them? What?
How many years have I been expressing desire to learn more, interest, and taking courses through Coursera to teach myself these things? And then they omit me from the demographic of reaching any sort of accessibility within... I'm just tired, you guys. So if someone could please tap the fuck in and fix it.
You can download ChatGPT yourself, dude. Why are you upset that they're, like, I don't like the way that the future is going with AI and all this nonsense and the cost of memory. And that's basically it. That's why I'm mad about it. But Heather, you can download ChatGPT and you're good to go, you fucking wackadoodle.
That'd be very lovely. I would like to either be put to sleep indefinitely or guaranteed
You were born dead. You can't die.
To not have to suffer, be stalked, be chased, have my job application hacked in so some third party is working, collecting my money, be forced to listen to sex noises in my audio as if someone is having sex with my husband in my presence. That would all be great. And if there's anyone available, higher authority, if you could tap the fuck in, you're late as fuck, that'd be great.
Such a damsel in distress, huh? I kept this in because she's just turning the light on and off. You can see it in the corner here, and I don't know what the fuck that's about, but that's what she's doing.
It's not like the things they plan are not beneficial. They're not fun.
She turned it off a bunch of times, turned it back on, turned it off and on.
They're not cute. They're nothing. They're just pieces of shit. Like, they're actual garbage. And I don't like who I am when they're around me.
Oh, was she doing SOS? Was that Morse code? That's some meta shit. I didn't even think of that. Is that really what she was doing?
I don't like how others are when they're around them. I don't like anything about the circumstances while they're here. It's not for me.
That's almost art.
I want to be with my children, my husband, and far away from all of this shit. Indefinitely. Please. I've driven all of 2 deliveries today, and then I went to North Avenue in Ashland and back on a full $40 worth of gas that I put in this morning, and they've drained it all the way to a half a tank.
These people are nothing but predatory.
This stream itself was like 2 hours, and a lot of it was her just sitting with the car running, doing her makeup.
Scumbags, if I've ever fucking been able to identify what a scumbag is. I don't listen to that song. I listen to, and I won't let you fall, let you fall, let you fall. And pretty
No.
little baby, la la, pretty little baby, la la, pretty little baby. Oh, how I love you. We can talk for hours. You buy me flowers, pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Oh my gosh.
None of that.
I'll be right back, you guys. I'm going to put a couple more dollars in gas because they say that you get your best gas
We get through it twice as fast if we do it that way.
mileage if you keep it between half a tank and full. Oh wait, it's on the other side. Please do not beep. Why isn't Alexis answering? My daughter's not answering the phone. I think I told you guys she started cheerleading last week. Vivi moved to the suburbs with her husband. And my daughter, Vivi, moved to the suburbs with her husband. And no, her husband is not. I used to know a black guy who hung out with that group of people that the detective told me I had to stay around.
What?
It was so fucking gross and disgusting to me when someone made the accusation or the allegation that that black guy, Ali, was the same Ali that my daughter's in a relationship with. No. Like, that guy is like 50 years old. What is wrong with you people? Or 40, like, yeah, he's probably 50. And my daughter is 19. Like, what the fuck is
No one said this. What are you going on about?
wrong with you guys?
What's wrong with you? Why is this in your head?
Ill. And then also, Alexis started cheerleading last week. She already had, I think, 4 or 5 practices. And my
Heather used to be a cheerleader, and that's why she was going to the top of the world.
son is starting his last semester of high school. I know you guys know about the issue that took place after the show aired and started slandering me when 2 boys went up to my son and punched him at the same time like some fucking losers. And then my son got recommended to go to independent learning school and he was behind a full semester. Yeah, thank you. Shout out to the show. You guys have really helped my children and I really
That's the show's fault? That just doesn't sound good at all.
appreciate you.
Patty, thank you for the PayPal.
But anyways, he's about to go to the community college for his last semester, which is good. And hopefully, you know, he'll get that done soon. And then Vivi has her state boards because she's an esthetician. She finished
I heard that as skateboards, and I was like, what do you mean she has her skateboards?
esthetician school at Tricosi. Ironically, my mother started working at Tricosi after she quit at Export.
That'd be crazy. You just be skateboarding in Chicago, you run into fucking Heather's kid. Your mom is insane.
So, yeah. Anyways, I need a new phone. Can someone please help me urgently? Because literally, this is so fucking ridiculous, and I do not have
You're streaming on a phone. I don't think you need a new phone. Like, you got this one.
any clients. I do not have a sugar daddy. I pay my own car payment. I pay my own insurance. And I put gas in my car literally by myself daily. Usually Xavier does it, but now they don't even let him put the gas in my car anymore. I've suffered enough.
They said, no, you're not allowed to do that anymore, Xavier.
For real. I put gas in my own car my entire life. And then they started raping me and fucking throwing me out of my house and separating me from my kids. And then Xavier comes back and I buy a car and I get an apartment and I stand back up and everything starts to get better. Yeah, okay, he treats me like shit and cross dresses and wears a dress, but he pumps the gas in my car every morning.
But he pumps the gas, so like I don't know. At least he's obedient.
And puts air when I need it and makes me feel safe and not alone, you know? And that was too much for them, you know? No, God forbid, Heather have someone to help her pump the gas. Why would she need that? Fuck that. It would be much better for her.
You know, thank you for the flow state.
Who selflessly has literally changed the world with all of her work and
Wait,
focus
what?
and effort.
You've changed the world with all of your work. Is that why your kid got punched in the head? Your mom's changing the world! What did we talk? That's such a stupid thing to say. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't guess that the first time either. Maybe I did. I didn't remember. That's so fucking ridiculous. Lily, thank you for the gold coin.
And intelligence and kindness and compassion and all of that. But why on earth would anyone deem it acceptable for her to have awareness and a home? And I don't want awareness of any of the bad stuff. And I do not accept being sexually assaulted. I do not accept it. I believe in only monogamy. And that's it. And every single time they keep doing this angel thing, they make the AI make it feels like there's sex trafficking going on. Like it's gross. I have discussed numerous times directly with the higher power and the authority. At what point is the higher power planning to get involved and put a hard stop on all of this? Because I've never been the problem here, but there's definitely a problem.
At Dboz super chatted $5. Finally I get to do this. I hate being throttled. Hi Steve and happy Feral Friday. Purple heart, purple heart, purple heart.
Aw, thank you, Lady Boss. It was throttling you. I don't even know. YouTube is so nefarious sometimes. Very nefarious. But, I don't know. It could be worse.
And
I appreciate you. Thank you.
If you like cum taste and like all of...
Oh, this one threw me for... I remember this. This is weird and gross. So trigger warning.
Disgusting things. I told you guys already, I swear to God, on everything I love, universal...
She has 4 kids right now.
God, whoever you believe in, they were causing my female parts to open. Like I'm just driving down the street and then all of a sudden it feels like someone just hit a remote control like a garage door opener. I swear to God to you, on everything I love, I am not lying. I am not lying.
Yeah, 4 kids, 3 dads.
Turn the filter off. No, they're doing the fucking dark eyebrow thing again. They're such haters, I swear to God. They are nothing but haters, this team. Nothing but haters. I wear the same outfit every day. I order my leggings from Amazon. They're 5 for $25. And I have a lot of them. And up until 9 days ago or 8 days ago, I had my own laundromat in my apartment building. But now that I have no safe
My own laundromat. It's okay.
place other than my car, which is like a sick fucking sorry sad repeat of all the fucking victimizations that they did the first time. I'm not a mistress. I'm not an escort. I'm not a drug dealer. I literally deliver food and packages 7 days a week for just about enough money to survive. And if I have $10 or $20 extra, I send it to my son or bring snacks to my other daughter. Like, you people are gross. What the fuck? Where do you live that they have those? Like,
in reality? And we know you, so I don't know. I mean, it's not like they're strays or anything. These are valid, I don't know what to call them.
what the fuck is this?
Assumptions?
Well, I didn't eat all day yesterday.
I kept this in because she comes back all smiley and weird, which is strange. And then back to bitchy.
But today I might. I don't do drugs at all. I don't even smoke pot anymore. I don't drink.
We saw her getting mad about Xavier taking her weed, and we saw her super drunk multiple times. But especially that one night when she was going Pablo Escobar, and that wasn't that long ago. That was like very recent, within the last 2 to 3 months.
I told you guys about the really malicious thing they did to me the other day when they made me totally freak out, like totally freak out.
She thinks she could be like a born again mother. Like overnight, she can just be like, I don't do anything nefarious anymore. It's like what, been 3 days? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure she's been doing something. You don't just get like this. I know she abuses her Adderall script, so there's that. But what else is she doing?
Oh my god, it was awful. You have no idea. First, they made my gas almost completely run out. Then after that, and I was freaked out. I was so scared. Then they made Xavier start behaving real weird. Real weird. Then they took me over with this lady that looks at the camera like this all the time. A scary lady, a terrifying woman.
She's just been watching her old videos and be like, oh my god, why do I look like that?
Really scary. And I could feel her energy, you know, it was so weird. And then she started doing terrible things, that lady. You guys have no idea.
Hey, listen.
This is scary, actually.
Oh my god, I just got a smell of chicken teriyaki. Smells like ketchup. Smells like fucking ketchup.
At
Main
Lexi
ingredient, chicken
_Lewis
teriyaki.
super chatted $4.99. Happy Feral Friday, Steve, and chat purple heart revolving hearts sparkles raising hands medium light skin tone baby angel thumbs up party popper dancer.
Aw, thank you, Lexi. Thank you for the vibe.
She is really bad. She
That lady is her, by the way. She's looking at herself being like, whoa, what is this lady doing? Yeah, I don't know. What were you doing, Heather?
went to Walgreens and grabbed this display because it looked like someone who I used to have problems with. I didn't have problems with them. It was perceived that that individual
Dylan Smith lookalike was modeling for fucking Walgreens or something.
Basically engaged in a nefarious home-wrecking relationship with one of my ex-husbands while we were together. And
oh, sorry, Marissa. It's a Marissa cutout.
there was this makeup display, and the girl kind of looked like that woman, and this lady fucking walked up to it, crazy as fuck, grabbed it, ripped it down, and just felt happy after that. I was like, oh my god, wow. So,
have you guys ever seen the United States of Terra? That's what Heather's turning into.
she's really crazy, that lady. Well, and then it was like, I didn't know if I should feel flattered, like, wow, thank you, or worried and concerned, you know, because it makes me look really fucking bad when she does stuff like that. So I don't know. I just asked that I please not be paired in that environment anymore, and I feel like it's been better since then. So who knows?
So instead of taking actions to make sure this doesn't happen again, she just asks the higher power to make that not happen, and she thinks it's gonna work. Okay.
Beautiful this is. It's in the Luminous Love Modern Luxury Weddings Edition. And this is fall winter 2026. We're already receiving autumn publications. I looked up what autumn means and what fall means, and it means that there's a rebirth autumnal.
Hey, listen.
It's like you see me in pain because I need to go potty and you're putting on a skirt. Like, what the fuck is going on? The real Xavier doesn't cross-dress. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I think there's a gay one, a straight one, a bisexual one, a heterosexual one, a married one, a single one, a doppelganger, 2 or 3, literally.
At Velvet D3360 super chatted $1.99. End of da month support. FF Grandma, rolling on the floor laughing tired.
Feral Friday, Grandma? Thank you, Velvet. Thank you for that, too.
So all of the old death associated with your existence falls away so that you're nothing but life. Is
Think Heather and Xavier are gonna have a fall wedding?
that nice? Look at this.
Hey, Angela.
What is FC? Chicago Fire FC. Oh, Chicago Fire
Fighters.
Football Championship?
No.
Because Chicago Fire is soccer, but in Spanish it's called football.
Or maybe it is? I don't know. Okay. I thought it was something else.
I have 1,
Oh, she's gonna show us all her tattoos.
2, 3,
To show us she's the real Heather and not a robot.
4 and 5, 6. That's a big one. 7, 8 and 9, 10. Oh, 11, and a secret one. That makes 12.
She's weird and gross and creepy.
Don't tell me that they did that to Xavier. Don't you dare. I don't care if I fucking like the card or not. You don't.
We threw Xavier's cart off a cliff.
Yeah, we have another group of stalkers again. Now it's even worse because I had to leave my house. So I can't even go home to my apartment and be safe. And now they're fucking doing all sorts of fucked up shit. Like, fucked up stuff. Like, they literally sent me boxes and boxes of Bibles and HIV testing kits addressed to GoPro Solo Hobo Heather Gillespie, saying that I was a whore and I was gonna get HIV and I needed Jesus in my life and all sorts of other stuff. I'm talking about I would come home and there would
Like the Beatles.
be like, I don't know, maybe 7 foot tall worth of boxes stacked up. Mind you, I was asexual, abstinent before I met Xavier. I hadn't engaged in sex for almost 2 years with the exception of 3 other people classify them as rapes, but I classify them as incidences.
What?
Well, one of them, they made me walk back and forth from the suburbs to downtown for 5 days with maybe just
All
like
this
45 minutes of
nonsense.
sleep each day, if that. And then when I was too tired to keep walking, they told me that with no strings attached, they had a hotel room and a job for me, and that they owned a company, and that they already had a wife and children and everything, and that they didn't want me for anything sexual, that they just wanted to help me. And they brought me to a hotel room, and when my body collapsed to the bed, they had sex with me anyway. And that one was classified as a rape by force. And then the second one was when
Yeah, just like I've only drank 3 times in the past year, and then we've seen her on stream drink a bunch of times. That I named off that one time. So, yeah, I know, right?
I don't want to talk about that one. And then the third one was when same situation. They wouldn't let me sleep. They kept on following me and stalking me. Every time I would lay down, they would fuck with me. They would throw their dog balls at me and make their dogs run on me. And while I was trying to sleep in the park, and because I was afraid to sleep at night, and I was all
Were you sleeping in the middle of a dog park? That might happen if you're in a fucking dog park.
and so I would just go to the gym all night long. Export was 24 hours. Export was still in existence. And I would just stay in the gym all night long so that no one could get me. And then they did the same thing. They said that they had a room for me. I was exhausted. I hadn't slept in like 4 or 5 days. I had nowhere to go and no way. And they said that I could have the room, and when I got there, they just did sex with me anyway, even though I said no. And then it tried to happen a third time at Hotel Lincoln, and I ran away. I found energy and I ran away. And that's when I perceived that there was some, you know, like angel around me.
Did we stop taking hotel rooms from random people we don't know? Did we learn anything? Or are we just going to keep doing the same shit and then, you know, if things work out, it's the angel, and if I get away, then it's the angel. Like, don't do that.
I'll be right back.
And it's probably just like a good showcase of why she shouldn't be looking after any kids, because if this is the kind of street smarts Heather Gillespie has, then what the fuck is she teaching her kids? You know, like, she doesn't need to be raising anyone.
Okay. Now I think I have to eat something because Xavier had 2 pizzas from Pizza Domino's yesterday by himself.
So because Xavier ate, you have to eat? It's like, it's not for sustenance. It's to one up each other. Well, Xavier ate more food than me yesterday, so I guess I have to eat. What even out of it?
But I didn't forget to eat. I just didn't have time. And I wasn't really that hungry. And the day before I had a big bowl from BB, not VV, but BB Bop, which is, oh, I already told you guys, I think Asian fusion. It was delicious. So I might go back there. It's only $14 for a big bowl. And I don't know, I haven't been craving Chipotle lately. It hasn't been doing it for me. And I haven't really been wanting, well, for several days I was vegetarian. For several days, like 3 days. And I was just having white rice with cucumber salad, which
I don't think you can call yourself a vegetarian if you just didn't eat meat for 3 days. That's it.
like red onion, a little bit of carrot, not too much, and really, really delicious cucumber. But I only like it when the cucumber is really crunchy and they remove the seed stuff, like the nasty part in the middle. So hey, do you guys, if you guys are local to Chicago, does anyone know a cell phone store that would be willing to trade an iPhone 13 and an iPhone 13 Pro for any other phone?
Anything.
I really want
Anything
this
at all.
phone because
And when the hobos want a phone, they like get this thing. They need it. They need it. Absolutely.
it's my favorite color and I really like it. Isn't it pretty?
James is the same way.
I love it. So cute. But and look, the case is designed in Paris, France. But they won't let me unlock it. I don't know why. It's so dumb. I know how to do a factory reset, and if I could unlock it and do a factory reset, then I could just move my service to this phone.
Yeah, those are the phones that are locked.
I hope they didn't mess it up because it has dirt in the bottom. I've been keeping it really clean in my purse. This one does too. Look at how cute. Isn't that cute?
Can't really see, but there's like some design. Yeah, now you can kind of see it. Yeah, now cute if it's stolen.
Oh, I'm at the gas station on Ashland and Addison, across the street from the PNC. But I'm leaving here now. I'm gonna go look for food. And then meet up with Xavier. I have to figure out a way. I can't believe they wasted my entire day. I'm like really upset about it, and I am having hostile thoughts about how awful and terrible they are. Are you pointing out my crown again? What about it? I know how to pump gas all by myself. My point was I just got done being raped, stabbed, bludgeoned, you dumb fucking bitch, and treated like shit for many years, extorted by a detective of the law.
No, here she goes.
Separated from my children and family. So yeah, it was really nice to have someone with me to pump my gas for 1 fucking second.
I cannot exist in these environments. They make me a really nasty, hostile person. It's bad for me.
So that's what happens when she reads the comments. I don't even know if that was a comment. She acted like it was, but it might have just been the voice in her head. Why is my internet tripping? I have to like smoke a bowl anyways. I'll let her run while I'll be right back. I'll be really quick.
Like, who the fuck says that to someone? Oh, you just got done being attacked, stabbed, bludgeoned, separated from your children and loved ones, left outside in the middle of fucking nowhere with nowhere to go, used as a fucking hostage, kidnapped. And I'm wrong because I appreciate having my husband here for once to fucking pump my gas. You guys are jerks. You're jerks. X, correct. Good job. X. Huber. Have you guys ever had this soup? Cream of chicken with rice? I love that soup so much. I could literally eat that soup every single day with like a little tiny small side salad. I used to always get the julienne salad when I was a little girl. My mom used to work at a restaurant on Sundays. She worked her way up from receptionist of Bally Total Fitness to vice president of purchasing. And when she was still the receptionist, she would get a shift on Sunday mornings for brunch when it was busy for our grocery money. My dad worked full-time too, but they had a mortgage in Elmhurst. They wanted, you know, us to have an upgraded life and like live in a good school district and all of that. And I used to go there sometimes when she would be working because we only got 1 day a week with her. And it was Saturdays, you know, because she was always working. And on Sundays, it was the restaurant Ruby, Dee, and me in Edison Park. And we would go there sometimes. And every Sunday it was Uncle Mike who made that soup. And he knows how to make it at home also, from scratch. And it was the most delicious soup I think I've ever had in my entire life, ever. And so satisfying and like hearty, you know, and like you feel full, but you still feel light, you know? And we would have like warm, fresh baked bread and a bowl of soup and like a julienne salad. That's what I always get. I would always get that with like ham, cheese, chicken, turkey, tomato, cucumber, spinach, iceberg, romaine. And I would get like the half salad and the cup of soup and the fresh baked bread. And we would be able to see my mom because she would be working. So now, don't beep at me. You guys, there's one of those Jeeps with the duckies on. on the windshield behind me. Oh no, they don't have duckies, they have ping pongs. They always do this on purpose. They like me to feel traumatized and afraid. That's what they do. And then they hate on me because I have a crown all the time. And they've probably never had a crown in their life, ever.
What?
I love bread. I think bread is one of the best foods ever. But I'm not a fan of
Bread is the best food. I didn't miss much. She was talking about food and then say, "You never had a crown ever."
butter. I prefer margarine.
Mamma mia.
My favorite bread is the bread from the Cheesecake Factory.
Hey, listen.
Who gave you this?
McDonald's.
Did you spit on it?
No.
Why is it all wet?
I hate you, dude. If you're not gonna eat it, I hate you.
I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna put my skirt on and go out.
At Jared_based super chatted $5. Some kids got busted stealing phones from Targets in Georgia for their parents to resell. Felonies. Winking face, 6 phones, winking face, man shrugging.
Interesting. Jerry, thank you for the vibe.
The brown one. With the seeds on top, they look like oatmeal.
I wonder who Heather did steal the phones from. I mean, she could have just seen lying around. Like, people leave their phones kind of like on tables or whatever sometimes. She could have just yoinked them.
So good. When it's still warm, when they bring it to you in the basket.
Does the Cheesecake Factory have good bread? I assume they have good cheesecake, but is their bread good? Is that thing? People go to the Cheesecake Factory for the bread?
I used to really like garlic bread, but a lot of garlic bread has a lot of salt. So I don't really like salt very much. They keep doing that like metallic taste to me. I hate that taste.
Jewel bread? I can't eat bread. I have to eat gluten-free bread. It's terrible. I just kept this in because she's tapping like Xavier.
I don't drink alcohol.
She must really miss Xavier that she's tapping like him. And maybe Xavier's singing Pretty Little Baby.
I don't remember where it is.
There's her Xavier's phones. His dad reports is stolen when she takes them. That's why she says it's a third party. That would make a lot of sense. Because Heather sticks out like a sore thumb, you know, with the clips and the clops and her just weird, just the way she stands, she sticks out. You know, in the hairdresser, she was standing like this while drinking. I don't think she could steal a phone unless the person was blind. You know what I mean? I think she would probably get caught doing it. But yeah, if they got from Xavier's dad, that I could see that. I see that being the case.
Okay. I'm great at driving in reverse. I know how to drive in reverse.
Ooh. I want to go to California one day. I've never been to California. Not yet.
I'll be right back.
I just fast forwarded through all this eating to show what she was doing for so long. Just eating and not saying anything.
Because they fucking lie to me and make me look like a... hate you guys. Yum. I don't know her name. Shit.
That doesn't sound good.
My grandma Shirley gets so mad when girls let their hair go in their face, or when girls or guys chew with their mouth open. She hates those things. I didn't do that to myself. They didn't try to kidnap me. They kidnapped me. They held me against my will. They forced me to do terrible things, and they kidnapped me for 3 days or 2 days.
Love after lockup? They kidnapped you at Aunt Diane's house? Oh no.
Stop fucking asking me shit. Leave me alone. Go away.
I need to get a new phone desperately. Xavier's father, isn't it wild that Xavier doesn't work or make any money or even try? They don't let him in his defense.
Okay, this is the one. This is the one that I thought we started it on because my brain is fucking not in a very good chronological order these days. It's the information's there. I just don't know the order in which it happened anymore. But the vacation will solve all that. You know, I'm planning to come back better than ever. I have fucking ash on my finger. What was I saying? Okay, so this is the stream where she says that she got fired from Grubhub, and she did this stream on the HLG Forever account, and she also said that she's gonna give her My Brand Is Not For Sale account a breather. And then she went right back on it anyways, but now that account is gone. So this is an important one. Let's perk our ears up.
They control him. They make him look so bad sometimes.
I'll turn it up a bit.
They make him do awful
whispering.
things. But then I work 7 days a week, every single day. And now there's a problem with my phone. I can't unlock my iCloud. They locked my iCloud remotely, so I can't.
I was gonna come up with a list of streamers for you guys to watch while I was gone, actually. Pandatron is a good streamer if you just like chilling. Like, you know, like the B-sides or like any members only stream. You should watch Pandatron. He's a cool guy. Loco Coco. I don't think Loco Coco streams. She should stream. For Heather stuff, I mean, like, you just chill with Loco Coco. And then I don't know what's going on. There's no Brooke. I haven't even discovered Brooke in a while. I don't know. I think it's I forgot the other ones I was gonna tell you guys.
Any additional applications?
Oh, Worst of the Internet is a good channel. They stream, I think, maybe once a week. They're pretty cool.
And they locked my Grubhub account, so I can't cash out my balance and instant cash
TD.
out. And I have to wait to see when they send it. And the fraud that LA Fitness was doing to my account in the amount of, I believe, $54.99 or $49.99, they supposedly filed a claim for. And when I just checked my account, they reversed 3 $5 charges. I've never been charged $5 from LA Fitness. It was $54 for multiple months, and I paid cash for my membership. And I canceled my membership in February and stopped going. Have you guys ever heard that expression, he's showing his ass? Like he's acting badly and doing so like intentionally and entertained to do so? I don't know, how much energy I could feel the lines changing and intermittently a lot of issues and problems. I have videos and photos of them. I can feel it when they're placed. I'm tired, I need to work every day. My bills were due 3 days ago, and I have a 10-day grace period.
Why didn't you pay your bills instead of getting the blowout? The blowout, and what else did you spend money on? I'm trying to remember. But she was just dropping money on stupid ass shit, and we're like, what? Why are you complaining about bills being due if you're not paying the bills?
And then
You had the money too.
they locked my account 9 days after removing me from my apartment for no reason. After promising me that I would never go through any of that again, that I would never have to worry about not having a safe place to live, that I would never have to worry about not having money coming in. And the thorough documentation is really what does it for me. You know, there's no question. There's no question at all. I'm driving around every day, minding my own business, delivering people their food or packages from Sephora or orders from Home Depot or whatever comes through the meter. Some days, not even making the federal minimum wage. Still driving, nonetheless, as many hours as I can. And then that video I made the other day when we were parked by Gibson's, and I was like, I'm starving. I don't have any money for food. I'm saving my budget for my bills. Someone ordered me a steak from Gibson's. It sounds so good from Gibson's, a garlic mashed potato steak and green beans. And then last night, Xavier was being really nasty to me. Really nasty. After, for the last 9 days, he's made me hunt him down, find him in a trance-like state, wandering through alleys, all sorts of weird things. And
just normal Xavier stuff, to be honest.
They said to me, he said to me something really rude, you know, just really rude. And then that he was too tired to talk anymore. And then I fall asleep in my car, as per the usual for the last 9 days. That's where I've been sleeping, in my car.
I think she meant trance, but she said trans, yeah.
And he's so exhausted, he just goes to sleep. He doesn't sleep in the car. When I offered him to sleep in the car, he would get out in the middle of the night and leave all the doors unlocked so that I wasn't safe in here, sitting on some random side street with all these creeps walking around. So I told him if he wants to sleep in the car, he has to stay in the car and leave the doors locked. Then he did it again. The next time I let him stay in there, just gets out in the middle of the night, doesn't wake me, and leaves everything open and unlocked. And then he lays down on his yoga mat, and some lady walks up with a big bag from Gibson's. But it's just bottles of water for Xavier and a blanket for Xavier.
Damn you,
And then
Xavier,
who is too tired to speak to me, his wife, the father of our son, the mother of our son, he says, "Oh, hello," and gets up real perky and has a whole entire kind conversation with this strange woman with the Gibson's bag. And I'm working 7 days a week, 12 plus hours a day, just to be okay, just to ensure that I have this car to sleep in. This is my car. I purchased it about 10 months ago. I've taken it for all of the maintenance and oil changes, and purchased 2 years of city stickers for close to $400, and no one helps me with any of that. And then they freeze my phone, lock me out of my iCloud. And Xavier goes, "We have to go to my dad's. I have to pick up a payment." And we go over to his dad's, and his dad gives him an iPhone.
and he won't even give it to Heather.
No, it wasn't for me. I thought it was too.
Why the fuck would you think it's for you?
It's just crazy that this makes people happy, you know? It's so much planning and malicious intent. Why? You know?
Xavier getting a cell phone from his dad is a bunch of planning and malicious intent. Okay.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think there's a single person walking around the face of the planet that I dislike so much that I'm going to invest so much time and energy in behaving in these ways. I've never, ever in my life taken an order that didn't belong to me.
Here we go. Okay, so I've been waiting for this. We'll let it cook a bit.
From a food delivery application. Then this notification comes through saying that I, from July 20th to present, have been keeping people's food, that their deliveries have not been being received.
So this is what's up. Let me here, I'm gonna take this off for a second so we can pull this up. Can I do that? And then I can do. Can I get it like? Okay, no, we gotta make it a little bigger. This was on, wow, why is it so big? I don't know. I can't make it any smaller. I can make it bigger, but I can't make it smaller. So this was an email. This was on Sheriff of Nottingham's page. That is bright, dude. Urgent! Safety, sanitation, and conduct report. Driver, Heather Gillespie. And this was on July 17th. So Heather said that they did an well, she didn't say there was an investigation, but from July 20th to the 25th, she'd been stealing people's food. So they did an investigation after this email was sent. So I don't know. I just think the timeline is important. I'm writing to formally report several severe violations for safety protocols, platform terms of service, and public traffic laws by a Grubhub delivery driver operating in the Chicago area. That gives Heather Gillespie's details with partner/associate Xavier. Report details, sanitation, and living conditions. Through the driver's own daily live streams, it is evident that she and Xavier are living out of this vehicle full time. The interior is a deplorable, unsanitary state with personal items, trash, and soiled clothing mixed directly with the customer's food orders. And it was, they're right. This poses a severe health risk to any customer receiving food from this vehicle. Unauthorized use of equipment hazards. The driver is operating a vehicle. This was the day that she was driving around with the couch on the roof, operating the vehicle in the city of Chicago while carrying a large piece of furniture, a couch, on the roof. It is improperly secured using nothing than trash-sourced streamers. They're like red flag streamers. They look like circus streamers, creating an immediate and dangerous road hazard to other motorists and pedestrians. Illegal driving and distracted conduct. The driver habitually live streams for hours while actively making deliveries under Illinois law. Yada yada yada. It is illegal to use handheld electronic communication devices, watch videos, or access social media while driving. This conduct is a moving violation and a serious threat to public safety. Professional misconduct. During these streams, the driver frequently displays customers' private order information and uses derogatory language toward them. Furthermore, she is consistently accompanied by Xavier, who enters establishments to collect the orders while the driver remains in the vehicle, which appears to be a violation of the standard delivery protocols, which yeah, we were seeing Xavier do that. She was even saying, she was pretending like he'd never done that, and she's gonna make him do it from now on, so that's like a violation. Traffic violations and parking abandonment. The driver has reportedly acquired approximately $5,000 in tickets for various moving and parking violations incurred while on the clock. It's in the intro. Which, she's racking up tickets. It's like circled. Anyways, the Sheriff of Nottingham has it on her channel as well. She has been witnessed by Chicago Parking Authority personnel essentially abandoning her vehicle in the middle of the road to enter establishments, further demonstrating a reckless disregard for local laws. Suspected impairment based on observations during her live broadcast while on duty. There is significant reason to suspect the driver is frequently operating the vehicle while under the influence. We've seen her drink a whole bunch on the drive after. This behavior is a clear, flagrant violation of the platform standards, public safety laws, and basic sanitation requirements. I'm bringing this to your attention so you may investigate these claims immediately to protect Grubhub customers and the general public. Please confirm the receipt of this report. So that is what is up, YouTube, and that's what she's on about here.
Xavier, that smells really bad.
And now Xavier's smoking something that isn't weed beside her.
It smells nothing like weed. It smells like a chemical. Where did you get that?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not really saying if it's fair or unfair. I don't think Heather Gillespie should be streaming her job. That seems really stupid, doesn't it, Heather Gillespie? But yeah, don't break the rules and don't stream yourself breaking the rules. You won't have anything to worry about. I don't feel bad for her. You know what I mean?
Where did you get that? Please stop blowing that in here or anywhere around me.
It's not whispered anymore. Breaking my ears. You going
So I
back?
think it's safe to assume that these people are fucking crazy and stalking me again.
No, we're going back to whisper.
Making up lies about me just based on the last week, you know, driving down the street at Addison and Clark, being surrounded by 8 to 9 squad cars, claiming that I had shown a car full of guns and bombs.
That was never in any report. That was never even brought up until this, so I don't believe it. She would have said that before.
To multiple individuals, and that they
just that, like she said, no one ever said that she showed a bunch of guns and bombs or anything.
Received numerous calls that I was wielding guns and had a plan to blow up the Wrigley Field. They searched my entire car. It's game day. There's people all over all the stadiums, on the balconies, everywhere. And I'm just standing there shaking, you know.
Why not just say the truth? Why do we gotta exaggerate everything? You got pulled over because you said you wouldn't care if the place blew up, right? So someone got concerned and you got investigated. You're talking to voices and stuff, and you're saying that you're gonna have to call the play and that you're feeling very hostile towards people. You said you were gonna murder Xavier to that random lady at the club. You've said a lot of other very concerning things. I can see why people would be concerned, you know? I'm kind of like, she's a wild card to me now, too. I don't know. I don't know Heather Gillespie anymore. This is, anything could happen anytime.
And that's the day that my debit card was also stolen. And then today, the lies with my account. And it's just, there is nothing truthful that these people could say about me that's negative. Because I literally go above and beyond. I do every single thing within my power. And I constantly call upon the higher authority for protection and advocacy and assistance. Very, very much transparent. That's the only way that you can survive when you're being treated the way I'm being treated. In the absence of my truth, their lies begin to spread like a plague, you know. 1 week of me being quiet, not addressing the record, turns into 7 weeks of questioning based on the false intentions and, you know, premeditated, malicious, slanderous narratives that begin to be circulated in my silence.
Yeah? Are you sure about that? You sure about that? It was crazy. When Heather was gone for that year, I thought she was actually making her life better and that she wouldn't come back to social media and that she would get her kid back, and it would make a lot of people angry. But I would have to say she did what she was supposed to, so she is allowed to have a chance at raising her kid. But she didn't do that. She got way crazier and then came back and did all this crap anyway. So I don't like, I really don't have sympathy for her. She had a chance, a genuine chance, and she fucked it up. She didn't even care. She just did whatever the fuck she wanted to. It's always been the Heather show. It's always going to be the Heather show. She doesn't give a fuck about anyone else but herself.
You hear my voice, right?
That's the one thing I do know about Heather, and that's never going to change.
Why don't you go back about 2 weeks when I was still sleeping safely and calmly in my apartment? And the authority was a perceived trusted authority, meaning they weren't allowing me to be harmed or taken advantage of. They weren't inhibiting me from getting my work done. I'm exhausted in ways I can't even describe, and I don't have another phone. And I called Apple, and the lady was a bitch, an awful fucking bitch. I'm looking at an email from May 19th, 2026, where they went through and changed my iCloud password on my behalf because someone had hacked in and changed it. And I'm telling her, I don't have access to the trusted phone number.
Her old tricks don't work anymore. That's what she's bitching about right now. What year was she gone? Was it like, I think it was like mid 2024 to mid 2025 ish? I'd have to go back on my own channel and see. Like, I know there was a while. When did I bring Feral Friday back? I stopped doing Feral Friday for a while because there was nothing to cover. And then she was like kind of trickling back. So I was trying to keep Feral Friday going, and it was just mostly throwbacks though. And then she came back full force, and I don't, like I said, my chronological brain is broken right now. But some people in chat probably remember while she was in court with the baby, 2024, 2025. Yeah, okay, so that sounds, I think I was roughly right?
I do have access to the trusted email. Oh, well.
She was definitely around 2023 into 2024, I think, unless I'm remembering 2022 into 2023. And now it's 2026 and she's back full force. So, yeah, I just figured it was 2024 to 5.
Nothing we can do. So you're just going to keep my phone locked so that I can't download any other work opportunities, and I'm just literally stranded with no way. I have no access to iTunes. But again, I want to remind you, I'm the only one who's been supporting Xavier and I, and today he walked up with a brand new iPhone.
But you take his disability check, right?
But he won't give it to me. And he doesn't use a phone. He has a tablet and a free text now number. So I guess I've got to start figuring it out, right?
Well, now he has a phone, so his fucking family can reach him.
Yesterday I didn't eat at all, so today I had to make sure I ate something healthy. I had a chicken Caesar salad and about a cup of homemade mac and cheese with white cheddar. Also a piece of cake. I'm scared. I miss my kids. And I'm tired. But I have no more voice left for tonight, so I hope you guys have a wonderful, fabulous evening and that you're somewhere comfortable and safe. Because in whatever dimension of reality they dropped me in today, doing drugs and being disobedient and disorderly towards your wife are rewardable offenses. And going to work 7 days a week to support your family, send money to your children whenever possible for food or whatever else they need. Those types of things are frowned upon, apparently. Fucking crazy, bro. Seriously.
Fucking crazy, bro.
My other page, My Brand Is Not For Sale, is taking a little breather.
Just taking a breather. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the, it's been like, what, 2 days? That's my sense, like, so my sense of time is bad. It's been at least 1 day. I feel like at least 24 hours. She doesn't, like, even made a post about it. She reposted something on Facebook. Someone told me that she made a post on Facebook. They got excited, but it was just like she reposted someone else. But I haven't seen her post anything anywhere else since that. So it's weird. It's kind of weird to me.
But I have videos.
Hey, listen.
I was born dead, bitch. Literally. I was born having already had a bowel movement in my mother's amniotic fucking sac. And I swallowed, took a deep breath of amniotic fluid and shit. And somehow, here the fuck I am 36 years later. Bitch, I cannot die. I was born dead. Born dead. There is no killing me.
At Sharam72 super chatted $5. Has anyone actually seen or AGARD Xavier since the day before the unfortunate blowout episode?
Yeah, we see Xavier regularly. You hear him in the background here. She was yelling at him about the pipe. We see him walking with the cart in the background. She'll be like driving, stalking him. Poor Xavier. He was at the beach day. And the McDonald's burger. Lots of times, yeah. No, Xavier's around.
Videos.
He just wants nothing to do with her. I don't know. Xavier claims. I've never heard it from him. Maybe he doesn't go by him anymore. Either way, Xavier is not dead yet. And the phone itself, especially in this one, she wouldn't be so mad about a non-existent phone. So he's there. Thank you for the 5 though.
On my phone and YouTube and in my emails and on my socials, documenting which malicious, as I've referred to them, hostile takeovers of my free will and actual personality, character, and moral alignment from day to day. I can't go through this shit again. This is fucking wild. I've paid my dues. More than paid my dues. They just keep following us and doing weird fucking shit. Over and over.
I can't believe she flashed those people on last Friday at the hair salon. That was pretty wild.
And for the person who said I was drinking alcohol in my car, this is...
You were not this, not whatever this is, but the other time. The Pablo Escobar time.
a bottle of water. It's water, not wine. I don't drink alcohol and I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke pot. So you guys have a good night.
Come back on here to speak truth that I do not consent to any of this. I do not appreciate, enjoy, or like this demographic at all. I don't
Again with the fucking demographic.
want to be here. I do not align with these individuals. I find them to be absolutely repulsive. The way that they behave, the things that...
Peanut butter jelly cup. Nah, no cup, but peanut butter jelly. Thank you for the 20 memberships. The last time I covered Brooke, which was like a couple days ago, it was after the 9-hour stream she did yelling at you. She was like, "Yep, I had to ask him for more money," and then she was yelling about you again. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So that's crazy. I haven't seen you since I saw that, so I just wanted to let you know that I saw it, and I feel for you, man. What the fuck is that?
They say, and the way that I cannot be who I am, which is kind, courteous, etc., when they're around me.
I've never seen Heather be those things.
They won't let me work. They won't let me unlock my iPhone. They changed my password for my iCloud again. Now, when
Black Betty, 9 hours, and she was yelling because he gave her 13 grand. Like, he didn't do anything bad. Anyways, I won't get off track. Sorry, guys.
a higher authority intervened in 2022, I believe, or 2023, right after Weston was born, 2024, they intervened when I met Xavier. Things started to get a little better at that time, especially and specifically with regards to my devices not being locked out anymore and things of that nature. And they promised that they would not permit this ever again. But here we are in 2026, and I don't have any money for a sin tax, and I haven't done any escorting or drug dealing or fraud or anything like that. I don't.
Why does she keep saying drug dealing? It's very specific. I don't know if that offer is still on the table with Xavier's parents, because I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with the kid. But before, Xavier's mom was looking after the kid. So if the court has said that they can't see the kid unless it's supervised visits, then they might not be allowed to let Xavier stay with them anymore. Unless he says the dad. His parents are separated, I'm pretty sure. But I think his dad doesn't want anything to do with him because of the whole... maybe not. Maybe he could stay with his dad. I don't know. But it sucks being Xavier and or Heather. I would hate to be either one of them. Slick Pickwood, thank you for being a member for 13 months.
Any crimes at all. I feel guilty if I pass gas, even if I'm in my car by my...
I don't know what a syntax is. I thought maybe you guys would know. I thought maybe it was something fancy I didn't know about.
Myself, I feel guilty. They have fucked me over mentally to a full extent. They cut my arms on the regular all the fucking time. All the time. Whenever the fuck they feel like cutting my arms, they cut my arms.
She scratched her arms.
Literally. I do not consent to being here. I do not want anything to do with these people. I would literally rather be dead than have to exist in this demographic for one more moment. Just so everyone knows.
Be reborn dead.
Just so that we're all clear. And that's about it. So I am really fucking tired of this shit. It is day 1.5 without... Well, it's been about 24 hours since I took my most recent delivery.
She used to count the days. She counts everything. It's day 752 of being pregnant in a tent. So she was counting the days since she got evicted, but now she's going to start counting the days since she got fired from Grubhub, and she's going to Get them confused and mixed up, I betcha.
26 hours, give or take. I took my most recent delivery yesterday morning, and I feel like my entire sense of self is gone. I feel like I am someone's moving target. I feel like I am someone's entertainment.
I used to be the Grubhub lady, and now I'm just the lady.
I feel like my goals, my bills, my needs, my rights are on the back burner for this demographic. And I would like everyone involved to fucking die.
Shouldn't even do that many orders. It's like being on the basketball team, but you're always on the bench. You're a bench warmer. I'm not a bench warmer anymore. My whole identity is destroyed.
That's where we're at. I have been, if you watch my videos in chronological order, begging, absolutely begging, that the higher power leave me completely apart from this environment and demographic. I cannot survive here. I turn into a nasty, ugly person. These people are gross. They are sexualized. They are drug users. They are fucking fraud people. And it's like, you can't even tolerate it because it's just a bunch of that in one group. Predatory losers. It's not even like, oh, you get a few nice people and then there's everyone, 30 people, there's a predatory loser. It's like fucking predatory losers all over the fucking place.
Everywhere, you guys. I bet she's smelling funny.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel happy. I don't feel productive. I don't feel anything good at all. I feel like every person here deserves indictments. Period. And like the best thing for me would be to not exist in this demographic ever again, not even for one day. So if someone could get me the fuck out of here ASAP, that'd be lovely.
The homeless demographic.
I need to work. I cannot function this way. I am not okay this way. I would rather be dead than alive in this environment. What they're doing to Xavier is not acceptable. What they've done to me is not acceptable. They are gross. I don't know how else to say it. They are the type of individuals that seek entertainment and enjoyment from being mean to people for the way they look, the way they dress, the type of money that they have or don't have, and I'm not talking about, some...
No, you're kooky. You got a lot of, crazy opinions and statements, and you've done some pretty wild shit. Some pretty deplorable stuff, too. And I don't care how you dress. It'd be nice if you changed your outfit once. You're doing this weird thing where you're like a cartoon character wearing the same thing every fucking day. That's weird. Anyone would say that's weird. What was the other thing? I can't remember what the other thing was. Thank you, Megatron, for the star.
This whole piece of shit individual that deserves to be treated like shit. I'm talking about doing nothing, saying nothing, and having organized herds, for lack of a better word, come together to intimidate innocent third parties. And it's every time they curate it now, it's some linebacker looking bitch, with the biggest fucking widest shoulders you could ever imagine a woman to have. I swear to God, I'm not lying. And I'm tired, I'm fucking tired. I don't want anything to do with it. I want to go home. I want to live my life. I want to check on my children. I want no one to bump into me, tap on my car, put their hands on my belongings. I want them to back the fuck off. I do not feel like myself anymore. I feel like my entire personality has been taken over with bad people.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't get harassed at Spin. When does that come up? How much more do we have? We're almost at 3 hours. We got an hour and a half out of 2.5 hours. So there's an hour left. Less than an hour, but basically an hour. 8 minutes shy. Eventually, she gets into like why she doesn't work at Spin anymore, and it's stupid. Her regional manager was just telling her to shape up a bit and stop being so crazy, and she was but she was not harassed at a Spin.
Another line, and I don't feel capable of existing here for very much longer. So, I hope you guys are all having a great day. Not really quite sure what to say other than that. Xavier's definitely been taken over, and he's alleging that the authority in our case with our baby is in on all of this. So I really don't know.
Like those aliens from Animorphs, they took over Xavier and they're just talking weird, crazy shit.
And don't care to know. I never want to go back to any of those relationships again. I want it to be over indefinitely for all of them. As far as interaction with me is concerned. And I mean that, like, passionately. So, I hope you guys have a great day. So far, I'm completely out of my own ethics and morals and values and character. My body is being used to speak and say things and do things that I'm not aligned with, that I do not consent to. And
I mean, she was making $4,000 a month and she didn't have to pay her rent for 3 to 4 months. And all of that money went to Botox, eating out, nonsense, literal fucking nonsense, a billion car washes. Like, she's an idiot. She's a fucking idiot. It was crazy when she showed us her earnings, because I didn't think she made that much, but no, she'd make like $1,000 a week, and then she got mad because it was dipping, because I guess she's very picky with her orders. She's like, I only order or take orders in this one place, and only for specific stores, and it's a whole bunch of nonsense. Anyway, she's making decent money. She didn't have to pay rent, and she wasted it all.
I would rather be dead or alive. I mean, than alive. So, and took a shower and did some stretching. Xavier's downtown, refusing to get rid of this cart, and every time I see him, it's like a weird joke, like that he has something else that's absolutely ridiculous to have. It's very clearly not Xavier behaving of his own free will and volition, you know?
I really don't think you ever got to know Xavier.
That's for sure.
It's crazy that we know more about Xavier than she does, and we just know him not even through his own screen. Through your screen, we see him in the background, and we know more about him than you do. That's insane.
Yesterday, I went back and he had an industrial-sized blender and a microwave in the bottom layer of this shopping cart. He won't get in the car at bedtime. He's been sleeping on the floor outside of my car door, like guarding my sleeping body or something. And he falls right asleep, you know. But I'm
as one does on fentanyl, yeah.
concerned overall. We had just discussed a path for him with regards to developing his artwork further.
It was the old path that she already tried before and it didn't work.
Grandfather is a famous art, I don't know if it's painter, or that's what he told me anyways. I don't know if it's true. I've never done the research, but when I first met him, his family...
But that doesn't mean Xavier can paint.
Was having some sort of financial dilemma or argument with regards to his father, Jose Montoya's estate, and all of his artwork for sale. So I don't know if that's still a thing. His father is Lebanese and Mexican, and his mother is just Mexican. And my parents are pretty much like Swedish, Irish, Italian, Mediterranean, British. I don't really know.
European?
Something. So West...
You're fucking white. You're white.
...is a lot of things. My other children are Hispanic and white mostly.
My son-in-law is Moroccan. So, anyway, I'm not quite sure, you know, what it is that his father was famous for. It's something to do with his cultural ties with art, I want to say.
I swear, like, I just don't remember things that I think are irrelevant, so I don't remember what Xavier's dad was, but she had a bio of his. Like, she should know this. This is your husband's dad, right? Like, you're the grandfather to your kid. You should know. I mean, we could go back to one of my old videos and we could probably find out, but that's crazy, Heather. I think he was a painter or a photographer, one or the other.
I think. And I think he has a famous actor who's his uncle. But anyways, I am going to refocus on those items. I called all 3 of my children this morning. You know, it's a better day for me when I get to touch base with the kids early in the morning, see what their plans are, make sure that they've got something productive on the schedule. I need my son to go finish his graduation for his last semester. I'll feel a lot calmer once that's done.
What do you mean go finish his graduation? Did he leave halfway through? You gotta go back and finish your graduation. That's like a one-day thing. Danielle, thank you for the star.
You know, Vivi has to get her state boards done for esthetician school. But I guess they're trying to somehow, apart from whatever they charge for the tuition, they also call for another charge of $200 to actually take the state board. So she's waiting, you know, spending time at home and relaxing, which she should right now while she has the opportunity to do so, because once the babies get into school and you start working, you wish you had those days back when they were babies, you know? And Alexis started cheerleading. Her stepbrother is playing football and her father is coaching the football team. I wish I could be there to coach the cheerleading team. I was a cheerleading coach when I was in middle school.
Yeah, it's too bad they won't just let you move in there like some crazy sitcom like George Lopez and you could fucking teach the kids cheerleading. Heather Gillespie. That crazy lady who's been to jail. She's gonna teach us how to cheerlead. Wow, what a crazy episode. And then you get kicked out at the end of the episode for bringing Duster in there or something.
Early high school for the Elmhurst Eagles. What else? My son, Phoebe, Alexis. Haven't heard from anyone about Weston. I sent a really long message to Xavier's mom, my mother-in-law, currently, but she hasn't responded, and I hope everything is all right. Usually her and I are able to speak without any sort of issues, but it's been a few months. Xavier said that she responded to him a few days ago, but nothing that he's been able to share with me for some reason. I hope whatever he's doing right now, he's being treated like a toddler should, feeling safe and loved. Do you guys remember?
That's what she daydreamed about when she was at the McDonald's creeping on some manager guy that she claimed was her boyfriend. She was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, when I'm an adult, I'll say that I coach the cheerleading team too.
I don't know if any of you went to daycare, but when I was in daycare, I hated it. I would cry. I would cry and wait for my mom to get back. I hated it so much.
That must have been really fucking annoying for the people doing the daycare.
And with the exception of a week or two, I never made my children go to daycare. I had my ex-husband's mom and dad who would stay home with them, or I would stay home with them.
But with that being said, do you guys ever remember like being in daycare, like a strange setting, and just that feeling of like, gosh, I can't wait till my mom gets here to pick me up? Like, I cannot tell you how many times I have imagined Weston feeling that, but then what? You know? Because I never get to go and pick him up.
I think I said this when I was watching it live or something, but it's the opposite. I'm sure he feels that way when he's with you because you guys are weirdos to him. He doesn't know who you guys are. Like, what the fuck?
Anyways, gotta get back to finding a way to buy a house by the end of the year. Hopefully I'll be able to. Just want to move forward and flow into the future, you know?
We're moving slow, all right.
We'll be back for a long time. Do you guys understand there are demographics that are functioning
How many blocks? It took how many days to get down? Like 3 blocks?
on like 10G? I just got a phone last night and paying for service on 5G. We got a car wash on the way here because if
it's not the same. I had to look this up. It's just 10. They have 10 gigabit fiber internet now, but it's not the fucking phone network.
go to the car wash on Ridge and most of the express car washes, you guys know how they have like the cheapest car wash starting at $5 and then they go all the way up to 20, I want to say.
Yeah, we
and
learned
you can add like the lava shield or
it's a learning channel.
Like the protection, blah blah blah. I usually just get the $5 wash, but then they also started a subscription plan where you can pay 14 to I want to say 40 a month. 40 I think is unlimited lava, or 60 is unlimited lava. 14 is unlimited of the basic wash, so you could literally go through every day. That's the one I have, but I have it all the way in Melrose Park, Franklin Park area, where I was going to visit Weston, Xavier and I. But since we don't go there anymore, it's kind of just been, I haven't had any like reason to be going over there because I only see my big kids if they need help. Like if my son calls me and says, Mom, I have no food, can you bring me dinner? I'll bring it, you know, but that's only if he can't get it himself, because otherwise I just try to send him $10 to $20. My older daughter moved to the suburbs, as I'm sure you guys have heard. And truthfully, I was driving around yesterday. I went to Barrington area, Mundelein, I think it's called. And I was like, it's just such a different... You forget how peace works when you're always surrounded by people and cars and busyness. And then when you get into that environment, it's like, oh God, this is what that feels like, you know?
Do you think that she would realize she's crazy if she was in a more quiet environment and then it's just the voices in her head and then she's like, wait a minute, there's no tech teams out here in the woods? No, she'd still probably blame it on satellites or something.
So, I don't know. Alright, so I would say all in all that was a productive tour, and
this drove me crazy last night. She sat in silence for literally, I'm not exaggerating, 10 minutes and then said that. Well, that was a good productive tour. This crazy lady, dude.
Did I show you guys how beautiful this is?
Yeah,
this
you
color
did.
scheme. I would prefer Autumn Peach. But anyways, oh yeah, so when you get one of those washes, you also get a
What do you think she saw on the phone there?
another one within 5 days.
Which is weird because the lava shield is supposed to be a 7-day thing. But whatever, you know, who's gonna say no to the free car wash? So it's not really a free car wash, it's just a car wash that you pay $20 for and get a second one if you remember within 5 days. So then, yeah. And with that being said,
Oh, thank God.
She just forgets shit, dude.
I went there after I went to the suburbs this morning to vacuum and get a car wash. And oh, sorry, distraction, but I'm having a difficult time with my anchors. You know,
I don't know.
I don't want to be anchored to downtown. And Xavier is forcing us to have anchors there. Pushing around this cart with this industrial sized blender and microwave and all this other shit in it.
Putting his roots down to anchors.
I want him to just focus his mind on buying a house.
Completely unrealistic thing, but yeah.
And begin working on his art. And then allowing me to encourage him in creating meaningful relationships with individuals who have the ability and desire to purchase that artwork.
Imagine Xavier telling someone this, like on the street, like, what does Heather expect of you? She expects me to buy a house, and then she wants to support me in my lucrative art business where I pitch Google Street View nonsense to real estate agents. And I'm supposed to make thousands of dollars, and they just look at him like he's crazy. Like, are you sure you're understanding that right? And they'd be like, yeah, you'd think not, but yeah.
But he's not focused or able so far. And I discussed this on my line. Xavier, when I first met him, listened to mostly, I would say, alternative, but also popular. So like anything that you would hear on like The Mix or, 103.5 or like the more in the middle, that everyone can kind of agree on style of music. And he started doing things like listening to really extreme music. He started doing other things. We agreed to a Dos Equis presence on the...
Wow, like a disco ball.
At Patty Cat Bebop super chatted $2.08. X pitching his art wearing his ass crack out pants.
Yep, I can see it now. Thank you for the 3, Patty.
Internet and in our personal lives, apart from the intimacy that we would share romantically as a husband and wife, that we would stay like PG-13 in the things that we do and say publicly or discuss on the internet, etc. and so forth.
Was it in your wedding vows?
And he...
Can we see the wedding vows?
Began to engage in really, really destructive things. He began to... I'm not going to go down the entire list, but just really shitty things like excessively masturbate. He stopped sleeping in the bed and I would wake up and he would just be laying on the floor doing that.
Not on the yoga mat.
I found a photo of like a woman. It seemed like they were kind of trying to create a loose version of what I have already gone through and what I've explained and described having had gone through, rather than like getting creative and saying, okay, if we've already gone through this and it didn't bring us the intended result meaning Heather purchasing a house, having a stable source of income and a safe place for herself, her children, and her husband, significant other, whatever he
You think he's gonna crank it to that?
wants to be called this week. And we already went through that. And she doesn't have what she's, working towards, then we should not curate symptoms, circumstances, and environments that would give us the same or similar. If that...
This is the corn that Xavier is watching, by the way. So she wants... What? It doesn't... I'm having such a hard time trying to figure this out, dude.
It's not what we wanted the first time, right? You would think that that would be, you know, a common sense thing. So, and from that understanding.
Yeah, let's wank it to a woman who's just living a normal life. That doesn't, whatever. I don't get it.
But yeah, from that understanding, it's like, hey, you have got.
It's organic. It's organic. Organic vodka made from potatoes. Potatoes that are organic.
At Cindy_Lou_102 super chatted $10. My son just left my house and my heart is broken. Don't tell me she thinks that she cares one iota about her son. She give a fuck about anyone but herself.
Yeah, to Ashley say fuck. I've never heard Ashley say fuck, I don't think. I'm sorry. I was no. Heather Gillespie doesn't give a fuck about anybody.
Thank
you for the 10, Cindy.
Permit a person to get away from all of these blood-sucking, you know,
hooks. She's gonna say hooks because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Hooks in their skin. Otherwise, the results will be the same over and over because the people who are creating these circumstances are not investing in their education. They're not investing in their own circumstances. They know only what they know, and that's all they really care to know. So if those people are the only people who are allowed to intervene or address the issues, and, you know, that continues, there won't be any changes. And it's not because the rest of the demographic doesn't want them. It's because they're not being permitted. And that demographic that continues to put their hook in your skin, that's the same demographic that's taking over my husband's body and mind and taking him out of the bed and putting him on the floor so that he could excessively masturbate, or saving a photo of some girl spread eagle bent over on, you know, his cell phone, or just things that he
instead of Heather Gillespie in a fucking 5-bedroom house.
Never done before, that he would not do on his own. They're just not his thing.
Do you not remember the time you guys got kicked out of the mall because Xavier was trying to have women become his models for his website? Do you not remember that, Heather?
And they say they're doing it so that they could keep us together in classification with our families and like people who we know, so we could.
Xavier would never do anything like that.
The average. I don't want to fucking be the average. You know, I want to be who I am and let these people be who they are. I don't like this. So everything was going great with regards to Xavier and I and our development and our closeness and our relationship and our, you know, desire and ability to parent our child, et cetera, and so forth. And these ignorant individuals.
They had so long to get their shit together to parent that child, and they did nothing. They regressed.
Began taking over his social media. I mean, his social media, his phones, his emails, etc., and just doing the most through them, through him, and looking at the most disgusting shit. And I told you guys about 100 million times, they've done that to me more times than I can count. I'll be asleep and wake up in the morning. The phone I'm talking to you on right now has a shattered backside. It's completely shattered.
Its ass is cracked.
There's like spider web style cracking all over the fiberglass. When I went to sleep, it was fine. But when I woke up one morning about 2 months ago, it was completely shattered. I didn't even start an argument about it or document it because I've reached a point of exhaustion.
Document it. You gotta document
it. Of where I'm able to identify that certain individuals who should not have any rights to my life, name, belongings, etc., for some reason keep on gaining access and entry. And very seldomly, if ever, are they held accountable financially for the things that they've caused. And so I'm just looking forward to getting in alignment with an authority that doesn't allow that, that doesn't allow these people to take over my voice, my name, my identity, my intentions, my anything. I want to move forward. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to handle a couple of other things that I've got to do before I can really refocus. But
What could they be?
and I want to check on Xavier. I don't like it that he's just wandering around downtown with no purpose or goal. You know, I would prefer him to be in the car in clean clothes with his belongings put away, you know, and not just sitting on the side of the curb waiting for trouble. Like, it's just not
Waiting for trouble?
wandering around downtown with a microwave and a cart full of garbage. Like, I don't know. It's just very clear and evident that these people who are controlling Xavier and a lot of my direction are not interested as a priority in our success.
How can you say that? Someone gave him a blender and a microwave. What trouble can you get into with a blender and a microwave? What do you think he's doing? You think he's like blending people's body parts or microwaving kittens? I hope to God he isn't. I assume he's just making smoothies and microwaving burritos or whatever.
Seem to be interested as a priority in
Off of the library's outlets.
in the success of something external to our lives that I'm not quite sure how to understand. And that's a part of life that I can't understand. I've never been so interested in causing problems for a person ever in my life that I did something to their husband to cause him to do things that he's not morally and ethically aligned with, so that his wife and children and him could be separated and spread apart and forced to go through various, weeks or months of torture and hell. And like, I don't get it. I don't know who aligns with that. And I don't understand the path for that, any of that, at all. But it does seem like I don't know what to name that energy that was controlling me, that I was begging you guys. If you go back into my videos about a month, you see a video where after a significant amount of time where I was doing a media cleanse, they started to get to me, and I was in the middle of a live and I was like, I can feel their energy. Like, they're starting to get to me. And they, don't seem to want there to be a lot of documentation about it. That's another thing. Because until I'm speaking about it, there's no issues with my live. Then all of a sudden they're threatening me and saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that, without identifying themselves, just some ominous threat and voice. I don't get it. If you want to snake or stalk or harass or whatever this is called, why don't you try putting forth the same amount and volume of energy into saying uplifting things to me, into saying positive things to me? Everyone claims to be so worried about, let's knock on wood. Paper is a form of wood.
At Velvet D3360 super chatted $1.99. No, Steve, it's crack behavior. Tears
Crack
of
behavior.
Joy, Judge Mathis.
Probably. Let him have his blender and his microwave. He doesn't have anything else. Thank you for the 2 velvet. I need to smoke another bowl or something. I'm getting burnt out. Heather is a very draining person. I'm debating if I should do a be right back screen or if I can just let it run. I can probably just let it run. I think it'll be okay. If she starts getting to spin, I'll have to run back very, very fast. But I'm pretty fast as it is. I think I'll be alright. I'm just gonna let her cook. I love you guys.
My personal impact, they're always throwing into my face that I did the impact campaign on my very first Instagram, where they were cutting my legs into shreds, and they basically were trying to make me kill myself after the narrative of everything that happened, in 2020 with my ex-husband, who, and the girl, that he was cheating on me with, and everything being so public and everything. But under that understanding that they wanted to cause me this significant amount of pain or upset or what have you, it's been proven, and they've tried to come at me for some sort of personal, accountability, as if I'm creating, or as if during that time I were creating content discussing the ways where I was being victimized in an effort to cause harm to a third party individual, when in actuality, the only purpose that I've ever created content was, number one, for business. Number two, so that I could document, I call them FTRs, of different things that people have been doing to me, or different ways that they've been attempting to harm me, etc., when I don't have any other way to document that. And those are the only times, so if you want, you snakes listening and talking shit in my headset, if you were so worried as you claim to be about my impact, why don't you try, and this is just a suggestion, why don't you try to be a part of the solution? If you're worried about my bills being paid on time, why don't you go out and create a fundraiser in my name and connect it to my bank account and allow me direct deposits for no reason, $500 a week, $1,000 a week. And guess what? Then you could be part of the solution. My bills could be paid on time and you don't have to worry, right? If you're so worried about, something along the lines of my personal impact on society with creating content about the slanderers, or the people who stole my underwear out of my purse, or the people who disconnected my reverse camera and someone had to fix it for me, or whatever it is that you think me documenting is causing harm to the world or the environment or what have you. If you just want to go ahead, and
made from potatoes,
contribute.
Hold on.
Potatoes that are organic.
Kylie Mikey super chatted $3.48, so on and so forth.
Kylie, thank you for the 5. I didn't even hear that was coming through. I had to come back. I'm not fully back. I'm almost back. But Jesus, jumping Heather. She wants people to make a fundraiser for her, so she just gets free money for doing nothing, $500 a week. Are you on crack? She wants the haters to do that for her? Are you insane? I didn't hear that the first time. Holy moly, cajoli. Is cajoli a word? I don't think so. But thank you, Callie, for the 5. I'm almost back. Sorry, guys. I had to kind of run back.
Back rather than causing me harm. Say a compliment to me rather than doing something harmful. I wonder, what would I have to say that would be potentially harmful to the demographic if I were living in an environment in which my environment and the people in it were supportive to me and kind to me and made me feel like there was a way and like the path was here and that I was supported and protected? What would my content look like at that point? And I'm not telling anyone to be or not to be toxically positive, because that works for different people in different ways. You don't want to be misleading. If someone can help you and they don't help you because they think, oh, well, she's good, let's go to the next person, that needs help. But you're really like in suffering and silence. You don't want to do that. But at the same time, you don't want to, over kind of kill your situation.
Is she
at the same time, you don't want to be neglectful. You don't want to let it go too long so that things are confused and no one understands, etc. Especially when you're carrying a demographic and a dynamic of and a cadence of speech that needs to be considered in a chronological order that makes sense in order for solutions to be presented. But I promise you this. There is no one who is contributing negatively or adversely to the overall impact of the world who, well, from this side anyways, who is documenting and using social to document, who is doing so because they feel loved, accepted, and supported. If I'm creating videos where I'm asking for help or I'm saying, I don't know where the higher power went, things just got real weird here, I don't know what to make of this, I can feel something happening. The energy got very heavy, very dark, very what have you. The influence doesn't seem
very what have you. Very what have you, I heard another thing come in. Cindy Lou. I got it. I know, right? I got it. Fundraiser. Thank you for the 2.
To be behaving in a way that's productive.
Under my name,
You know,
directly to my
someone
bank
is
account.
falsely reporting my Grubhub account, saying that I'm stealing the people's food when I'm so paranoid.
They looked into it and they found if the orders never made it to their destination and you're taking pictures of it in your hand, what happened to that, Heather?
At this point, about what they could have said on my Grubhub, that I'm literally at each delivery, not all of them, but most of them. If they don't ask for a photo, I was taking a photo anyway on my phone and holding it. I have never stolen food from Grubhub, ever. Xavier and I were starving, no meals. Days going by where we would only have one meal and we would share it, a bowl from Chipotle. And I wasn't stealing the food from Grubhub. So to have them writing those reports and, you know, it's stalking, bullshit, aggravation. And no, I cannot work in a brick and mortar location unless it's up here. Part of a demographic that this demographic cannot access if they had $1 million, could not access.
Hey, listen. When they can't get me to die with the lies that Dylan tells, since Dylan got home, bunch of content today saying Dylan.
At Jared_based super chatted $2. X was hungry, girl gotta eat.
Maybe it was Xavier. Maybe Heather was like, take this food to the door, and he just like ate it on the way there. Thank you for the 2, Jared.
Because this demographic is historically, you know, part of that demographic that's likely
$1 million.
Not very busy, has way too much time on their hands, is probably not the most educated, is probably not the most socially conscious, and
Not like Heather Gillespie.
Come into my experience historically for only one purpose, historically. And that purpose...
Could you imagine Heather working like some corporate job up in a tower somewhere? She would make the whole office about her. She would just be telling them fucking stories all day like she did with the hairdresser, and messing around with everything. Like just moving things around for no reason, saying it's feng shui or some shit.
Has been to move me. And what I mean by move me is no matter what I say, I was at the Ping Pong Social Club and I decided that I was going to be the director of sales.
I don't even think a thing like that exists. It was the fucking spin. The Ping Pong Social Club.
I looked on LinkedIn. I saw the job openings. I said, fuck this, working as a server, a bartender, a hostess, just the same as Northwestern. I was one girl, one woman, doing 5-6 different jobs every single day.
You were a server at Spin.
And barely making enough money to contribute to my goals. I could pay my rent, I could pay my car payment, but what else? You know, there's more to life than just those 2 things, right? I have goals. I want to build. I want to buy a house. I have 4 children. So I decided I was going to be the director of sales. It was a position they had posted on LinkedIn. I knew about it. I had applied. I received a response to set up an interview. I was so happy. And as soon as I received that interview response to go up, I got called in by the regional manager, a nasty fucking woman. Ugh, she is so...
Okay, I get what's going on. So she was a server at, I keep wanting to call it Ping, but it was Spin. She was a server at Spin. She saw the job opening, so she applied to move up to be director of sales. I thought she didn't have the job yet at all, but no, she was trying to move up in the company. This is crazy. So she tried to move up, they said no, and she just quit it completely. Good job, Heather.
So nasty. The only 3 times I ever met her, she was just the opposite of pleasant. She would come in and I would be, oh, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. And her response would be, hi, and keep it moving. And not even like keep it moving in a good way, like keep it moving, like where she goes over to another girl to like look at you and make sure you're looking so that she could pretend like she's engaging in conversation that might make you feel uncomfortable to engage in some sort of psychological line of questioning or misunderstanding or fear, etc. That was the type of boss that she was. And she
I'm sure Heather would have been a great director of sales.
Like I said, she was there maybe 3 or 4 times the entire time I worked there. But that day that I got the response about going up to the national level, so I would have started traveling. I would have gone to the San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and I believe possibly Texas locations. And yeah, she fucked that up for me.
Wait, so you just weren't, they didn't want you. What do you mean she fucked it up for you?
Someone ordered like 20 shots of Patron. And I, at that point of my career, was already aware of good sales and bad sales. I had worked as a bottle service girl after Northwestern.
Yeah, this story is all over the place because I'm remembering it now. Because she said that she was doing shots, which she's not supposed to do. I think she like, oh, no, I was throwing it in the plants, but whatever. Why'd you get in trouble for taking shots then? And then they had this conversation and she left. I didn't know that she even applied to be a director of sales. I thought she was just saying that she was the director of sales, like exaggerating her position like she usually does. This is a weird, wild story. Were you doing shots while applying for the director of sales position? Because that would be even crazier.
But before I started working as at the chiropractor's office, and while I was working as the bottle service girl, I was good at pushing liquor. You know, I was good at it. I was good at making sales for the club. I was good at everything.
Little Miss D, thank you for the 100.
You know, in sales. And I didn't know that it was ethically bad. I really didn't know. I felt like...
Yeah, because like when I'm listening to this live, usually she's talking nonsense anyways, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck she's saying. But then this, I was like, wait, this is about spin. And then I was like excited and I couldn't pause it. So I was like, I don't know, I misunderstood this the first time.
All these guys are out drinking anyways, or these girls and guys are out drinking anyways. Like, who cares if I push them to spend another $1,000?
Busting tables are just like when people leave, they leave like the dishes, and then you gather the dishes up and you put them back for the dishwasher to do. It's probably like the easiest job ever. At least a dishwasher. No, you need to have some speed, and I guess you have to have some speed to clear the tables. I don't know. It's not that hard of a job.
You know, like what does it matter? Or who cares if I like accept a drink from them and dump it in the garbage and don't...
Unless that's not what bussing tables is. I've never bussed tables. I just seen it in the movies and that's what it looks like.
Drink it and ask for another one. You know, who cares? But at this point, while I was working at the ping pong social club, I never even tried to upsell a single item at all. I allowed people to ask me questions. I gave them my opinions and my recommendations and suggestions with truth regarding my satisfaction to the product, but not an overwhelming amount.
If she was only bussing tables, she really shouldn't have been doing shots. I remember there being a review from her being like a bad server or something, but people can leave fake reviews. I can see like the haters doing that, right? So that's hard to say. That's crazy if she was taking shots, bussing tables.
Of pressure to engage in a behavior that I have perceived has been bad for me in my life, etc. And this guy ordered 20 shots of Patron, and it wasn't Patron. It was Don Julio, the most expensive bottle of Don Julio that we have in the building. 20 shots.
I don't know who Don Julio is.
Of them. So one shot was probably like $52 or something. And, or like $48 or something. So I go to get him all these shots. I enter in the order. It turns out to be like a $500 or like $600 tab for just his group. I don't think it was 20 shots. I don't know how many shots it was, but it was a lot. And I'm like, this is fantastic. They just walked in, they just sat down, and I already have a $500 tab. I'm going to get a fat ass tip on this table, you know? And I walk over there, and my bartender was Lassane, and he's pouring the drinks and putting them on the tray for me. And the bartenders don't read minds, okay? They don't have ESP. They're not fucking witches. They're bartenders. And
I thought, after listening to that crazy lady the other night, I thought all bartenders were witches.
He wouldn't have been able to pour the beverages had he not pulled a ticket. So he pulls a ticket and he starts making the drinks, and this lady comes up to me, the regional, and she just starts laying into me. No, oh, great job, Heather. You just got a $500 charge. We were having a shitty night.
Well, if you were busting tables and creating the illusion that you're the hostess or something, or you're the server, by bringing these shots over so you could steal the tip, then maybe that's what they're angry about.
We only had $4,000 worth of sales for the last 3 days. We only had 6 fucking ping pong tables full this week. Great job. This is 1/8 of our entire week's worth of gross income. Like, fantastic. None of that. Not a high five, not a thank you, not anything. I was excited to be a part of the company. I was there 9 months at that point. I was ready to level up to this national, director of sales position. I was so excited. And
National director of sales. Even if you were a server, you think you're going to go from that in 9 months to national director of sales, not even local. What are you going to do? What are you going to do nationally, Heather? How would you even know where to start?
this fucking lady could not have been more unhappy for me. She was such a hater, such a fucking hater. And she was kind of fat, and she would always like stare at me and like give me an attitude.
Was Heather not just bitching at the audience for making fun of her weight? Was she not just lecturing us about that?
Because I was losing the weight for Weston after I had my baby. I was losing the weight fast, and I was very active. I didn't have
So she was jealous.
a downtime at all. It was like work, walking around, hustling all around, barely eating, maybe one half a meal at work and maybe a meal after work. Then hustling over to the MCA where we were sleeping. We were sleeping outside wrapped in a moving blanket, dude. It was fucking terrible.
Perfect candidate for national director of sales. That woman who sleeps in a blanket by the YMCA with that weird fucking guy who she still hasn't realized is wearing a dress yet.
Had no car. We walked everywhere. Like, she was just a hating ass bitch. There's no better way to say it. She had a car.
That's the kind of person I want for national director of sales.
She was getting flown all over the country. She had a regional director job. She was staying in 5-star hotels. And here I was, after everything I had been through, the sex trafficking, the extortion, being assaulted in a number of other ways, separated from my children, separated from my family for...
Oh yeah, also lost all your kids, and I'm sure you talk about that in the workplace all the time, so she definitely knew about that.
Years, and like just having my baby ripped out of my womb and stolen from me. And she knew all of that, and she was still just fucking...
See, she knew all of that.
Terrible to me. Awful. And so she like starts yelling at me, you're not allowed to take shots without a ticket. And I was like, first of all, I already sent the ticket. Otherwise, how would he be making the shots?
No, because they're not psychic.
And she said the same thing again. You need to send a ticket, but like nastier than me, like nastier than I sound right now, like a real bitch. And I started blinking back tears. Like literally, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you, on everything I love.
What if this was a test? Maybe she was like, well, when you're national director of sales, you get into some sticky situations. Like, how would you deal with a high pressure situation? And you just end up crying on the spot?
Everything I love. I just stood there kind of like in shock, like literally blinking back tears. Like I could not believe this woman was treating me this way. And she did it so loudly and humiliating, like in front of customers,
Why not walk back and get the ticket then? From behind the whatchamajig and be like, this is it. This is the ticket. I don't know why you're yelling, but we got ping pong tables to run here. I'm not going to let it faze me. And that's what the national director of sales would do.
the other bartenders, in front of everyone. It was awful. Like I did nothing to her, literally nothing. And then she called me up to the office and wrote me up for the reason that I needed to work on handling my emotions better. Oh, you just humiliated me in front of everyone for making 1/8 of our entire week's gross profit in one transaction, called me names, and said that I needed to work on my emotions.
What names? What'd you call her?
In front of my fellow staff and other coworkers, and superiors and
Was it McJefferton?
customers. And now you're calling me up and serving me with a write-up saying that I need to work on my emotions? Are you fucking kidding me? And that was the beginning of the end there. I knew that I was not going to make it very much longer because knowing me, I can close my mouth for a long time.
Can you? I don't know. This is a lot of talking. My ears are, oh, you know what I'm saying? My brain is tweaking out.
And I could be quiet about things for a long time. But when it gets to the point where I am saturated, there's not much that's going to be off limits. Like every fucking secret I've kept for you, every time I've been quiet, every time I've eaten shit metaphorically and let you be right while I'm sitting there getting, sucker punch after sucker punch after sucker punch. And I look back expecting that you'll be there to have my back and you're nowhere to be found. That's called saturation point. And once saturation point is reached, there's really nothing left that there's no amount of silence that's going to result from my experience. Every single fucking thing that you do to me from then on is going to be documented because I understand a mistake.
Well, she has not said anything in like 2 days. It's been nice and nice and quiet. So I guess she's not at saturation point. It's what's the opposite of saturation? Contrast? She's at contrast point?
I understand doing your best and fucking something up. I understand being taken over by someone else or led into or brainwashed or conditioned or groomed or forced or extorted or what have you. But what I don't understand is in the absence of all of those things, how these people continue over and over and over again to fail, to blatantly fail, to be able to be capable of identifying assets from liabilities and treating them as such. So anyway, why did I bring that up?
My brain can't even make sense of what the last thing you said was, so I don't know. I really don't even know what the point was. I was actually thinking what Heather would sound like with a Shakespearean accent, because she's like, what have you, etc. and so forth. What's another thing she puts just in between words? It's like filler words.
I don't know. I've been having like a couple of other brain farts today. I was speaking with the person at the
Don't fucking go through all your Adderall before your next script is renewed.
At the gym, and I don't know what I was talking about how they they actually took three $54.99 fraudulent charges from my bank account a few months ago, and they were like miscoding them as LA Fitness, but then they were putting various number sequences after each transaction, and that I didn't want to cancel my debit card because
no, that's just the transactions.
My mail goes to my grandma's house, but if I go pick it up from my grandma's house, I have to bother everyone, to meet with me and like make sure they're home at that time, that our schedules cross paths at the same time, and I don't like to be a bother,
Because Heather has such a busy life. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard.
I'm very grateful to have them there, and I don't like to be a bother. You know what I mean? So anyways, I had to cancel my Chase card. But because I couldn't cancel it right then and there, they refused to refund me the money. And I went to the bank to file the dispute. And do you know how much they gave me back from $200 approximately worth of fraud? It was $54.99 since February of this year. And then a fake Netflix charge for like $20 or $15.99, and like one other charge with a bunch of numbers after it. So about $200. And I'm not like rolling in extra money right now. Like my car payment is late right now. Well, it's not late until 3 days.
Who do you think Got Netflix. It was you, dude. What the fuck, man?
From now, but I haven't made it yet. And my insurance has to be paid
Not even the real Netflix. Netflix. Netflix.
before August 9th. Otherwise, they're going to turn it off. And I could not possibly work more than the schedule that I've been working 7 days a week. So that means there's one solution, and that's higher pay. And with all of that, you know, to understand.
Is the Barbie movie on Netflix? If it is, then it was definitely that.
Wait, why was I saying that? They're doing it again. I just think it's really important to document when I have these. It's literally like if there's neural activity and movement that's actually physically inhibited by some sort of external force. I don't know how to.
Netflix, the nefarious version of Netflix.
It's like pinpoint accuracy, like where they want
I really like that.
me to stop each sentence. Boom. I was talking to the person at the gym. I had to cancel my Chase card. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't forget, but there seems to be some sort of issue and interference with communication at this point. So I'll leave it at that for today. But anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well and that your personal lives have not been subjected to this kind of
Balderdash?
interference, I guess would be a good word. And wish me luck for my orientation at 7 p.m. Oh
yeah, see, so she had this orientation, and I don't think she ever came back. I think she left forever.
And that's where all of this was. That's why all of this was brought up. So I had a manager.
Why was I raging about my last job? Oh, right, yeah, because of my new job. I'm already going in with this mindset.
Who is very tolerant.
She has a job orientation, but I don't know where. She's probably smart. Maybe like I don't know, dude. Maybe she broke her phone. Maybe she's trying really hard this time, you guys. Maybe she's trying to get off social media and just do a normal job. I don't know.
Very, very tolerant. Grubhub themselves are even like weak-minded when it comes to dealing with this.
Grubhub is weak-minded.
Of interference, or maybe not weak-minded, but just exhausted of it. They're just interested in continuing. It's not weak-minded. It's a mental exhaustion that it's like you can identify how many productive things you should be doing during these periods where your mind is being like sucked into this fucking garbage, like the stalkers calling over and over again. And you have to answer those phone calls and you have to respond to those people and say to them, please stop calling, you know, Heather doesn't work here anymore, even if I do. You know what I mean? Like, it's just been exhausting. And the only way to get around that is to continue only like self-employed, independent work endeavors, 1055 opportunities, you know, and things of that nature. Because as soon as I go into any sort of brick and mortar setting and I'm there for longer than a day, it becomes an issue again, even at my previous apartment.
So I wonder what the orientation is. What could she be doing?
You know, I need in my next apartment or house, I need something with an underground parking garage or an enclosed parking garage so that I could shake a tail anytime they're following me and just basically disappear into the underworld to go home. Like, that's what I need.
The underworld. The underworld.
Because it's too much, like, handling these people all the time. And it's too much for me to have to rip out my roots and re-sow them every few months. That's not how I function best. You know, I function best.
Hopefully it's not like a Craigslist modeling ad or something. Come over to my house for orientation. And she gets fucking like actually kidnapped.
Having my roots, you know, firmly planted. So That's what's been going on with us and with me. I think that if you are in need of any sort of assistance with now I just left the fucking car wash. Why would you even do that? And that's a $20 lava shield. I hate these people so much. You have no idea.
I don't know what happened. Maybe if a bird shit on her car, then I don't know why she's calling birds people.
But if what they need is someone in the restaurant industry, I'm number.
No, Heather's not monetized. I don't know why. She's crazy. That's why she's not monetized though.
And it cannot be me. It will not be me. But maybe Xavier will go in. You know, I need to stay transportation, and I need to stay isolated within a lot of rational limitations. So, you know, I need to be in control of what type of communication I have. And also, just for the record, it is not perceived that my content is reaching the mainstream public. To my understanding, I have a team of followers that is an independent investigation or acting and advocating as an independent investigation with regards to everything that's been taking place over the last 6 years. So
Is that us?
When I speak on these things, it's not under the
Catfish Dog, thank you for getting 5 memberships. Welcome, good little angels.
Assumption that this is going to whomever and whoever and wherever. And with that being said,
It is though.
I'm sure Xavier will be glad to go into the restaurant. I think it would be great for him. You guys have fucked up his mental health more than anyone could ever even imagine. He's sitting around.
Then he's been around you. What do you mean, you guys? What? They didn't do anything. Don't rope us into this, Heather Gillespie.
In some lady fucking lace Zara shorts and a crop top that says Loretta Lynn on it. Like, what the fuck? Xavier's not even.
Yeah, that was me. I gave him that shirt. Like, what?
That.
Why is she getting mad at the audience?
Like, what?
Yeah, like, what? And that's how I ended it. And then this is the last stream she did. She climbed to the top of the world and fondled Florida. But this one isn't that exciting, to be honest. She left the blank around for us. So she goes in here. I don't know why she did this. Maybe she got the job and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna climb to the top of that world, and that'll be the last stream. I'm gonna go out on top of the world, and no one will even know until I have my house. She comes back. Next time she comes back, she has her house. So there's up. She's poking her head out, hiding behind. I think that's South America. I think that's South America. I think that's Mexico, right? It's just like, it's weird. Is this not weird? It's kind of weird, you guys. Just taking a trip. She wanted to go all around the world in one afternoon. Even if it was just metaphorically. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Got her leg around there. And then, where is it? Fondling Florida. No, not really. She just... I just want her to go to Florida, man. and meet James. And then she gets down. And then she didn't say anything when she got back. So I don't know how she's feeling, what she's thinking. She put her flip-flop boots back on and that was it. That's it, you guys. That's Feral Friday. So I don't know. I don't know when she's coming back. She had a live scheduled yesterday, actually, and it's still. Let's go see if it's still scheduled. I think it is. Her @ is still a GoPro solo. No, it's not there anymore. I guess she's not gonna do the live. She had a live scheduled on YouTube earlier, but it's not there anymore. So it's like she was gonna come back. She has. It's like she's fighting the urge. We need to ask Xavier what's going on. Anyways, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna go, you guys. This is technically the last real stream. And then I'll be back on the 9th. I'll be back before the 9th, probably. I'll be cat sitting. I don't know what day exactly, but it'll be before the 9th, and I'll do a foodie booty a Beeson. We'll do a Beeson stream because we'll have an apartment with some cats, and then we'll be like a 5-minute walk from the beach. We can go down to the beach. It'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. So that's when I get back. That's what we'll be doing. Tomorrow I might do a B-sides, maybe, or just like a members only hangout thing. I don't know. That all depends. I gotta do some things to get ready for vacation, and then I'm gone. And then I'm gone for a bit. I'll miss you guys though. I'll check in every now and then. I'm not going away that long, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm acting like I'm going away forever. But I won't be recording anything, so hopefully James is quiet. My James team is pretty good. They're not on vacation, so and people are always getting Heather's stuff, so I'm not too concerned about Heather. And I think that's it. I think like everything else is fine. I don't even try to get Foodie Beauty stuff, so she'll be there when we get back. Ooh, no, I do want to do a B-sides tomorrow because Lucy Orr lost her bus. Darker Fuck posted some videos. And I saw to show you guys like 4 minutes of that other James stream, and then he also texted Josh something, and then I also found out more information. I'll get into it on B-sides tomorrow. But yeah, I'll try to do a B-sides. I will try to before I go away. Anyways, have a good night, guys. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see ya on the flippity flap. Shoot the noodles.